Midnight music. 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 Midnight music.
Right. And Kay, by the way, Ricky, actually me, I'm going to start recording the pre and post show and start posting it somewhere. Not sure where yet, but we're going to post it somewhere.
Cool.
The recording has officially motherfucking begun. Welcome to the pre-show, y'all.
We haven't been together in so fucking long. This is nice.
So it's before Mania.
You're the kings of the pre-show.
Yeah. It's been a month, y'all.
It's been
It has been, man. And May is gonna be weirder. May is gonna be much. I got the wedding. I got my friend's wedding. I almost said my wedding.
Oh my
Oh my
God.
god.
I'm getting married next week, by the way, guys. Don't tell Jazz. I've been asked. But, I got my buddy Chris's wedding next week, and the weekend after that.
Did you pick up a tux already?
No, I picked that up next Thursday.
Good.
And next Thursday, rehearsal is next Thursday, wedding's on Friday.
Break
weekend after
in
that.
your shoes as much as you can.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm renting the shoes too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
run home in them.
Yeah. Yeah. Run a marathon in them so you break them in.
I was in my best.
Might
I
just
was in
swap
my
out my own
best friend's.
shoes.
I was in my best friend's wedding this weekend, and I wore silver Doc Martens. I looked fly.
I don't blame you. Like I hate rental shoes with a burning passion.
Yeah, they're as long as they're really shiny, I don't really care. We're doing bow ties, so I'm really excited.
Like actual
What's the
bow
color
ties
palette?
or like fake.
No, it's a clip.
The clip.
please.
Yeah. Just make
Hey,
sure.
no, we're not that.
Men's Warehouse.
No, it's a local place.
Oh, very nice.
It's called Mr. Tux.
Mr. Tux. What a great, nice name.
Yeah, only cost me $200 too. Can you believe that?
That's not bad.
Mine is only
Not bad at all.
Mine's like 200
Not
for my friend's
complaining.
wedding in a month or in 2 months.
Saying as we almost did a place in New York City for $1,000 just to buy it, and I honestly,
No.
if we were gonna do that, it was like rent it for like 500 or 600, just buy everything for 1,000. I really thought about it. I was just like, well, I mean, a nice fitted suit.
Yeah.
That's good for anything.
You can
I
use it all the
think you
time.
definitely do. You need a nice fitted suit, but I feel like you need to like love it to spend that much money on it.
No, it needs to be tailored
That's
to
fair.
you. But yeah,
I mean, obviously, yeah.
Perfect.
I'd go in. I'd see how I look, and I think that's why I'd make it would be a game time decision camera. I think that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably
like,
why we'd have to do it. So I didn't think about it. That's probably what I would have done. Would have been a game time decision.
yeah. Did your
Like,
friend already do the
I-
bachelor party?
Yeah, that was Miami.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the Wagyu steak. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this wedding, I was on the groom's side, but I was given the option if I want to wear a suit or if I want to wear like what the bridesmaids was
Should you go
wearing. So
dress?
I wore a jumpsuit. So I looked fly. So
It's a combo of
I was
both.
gonna say.
Yeah.
That came of it
that's
so perfect.
That's exactly what I wanted because I love wearing dresses, but I didn't feel like wearing a suit. So like I wanted to have pants with my friends. Plus like the groom is my best friend. Like we went to high school together. So like a lot of the groom side are people I've known for like most of my life.
Yeah.
So like they're the people I'm the dumbest around. Like my partner met like pretty much the rest of my friends this weekend and saw me unhinged.
And they're still with you.
Yes. They're coming over after we record.
Oh.
They literally
Wow.
they bonded with all my friends like to the point like on a exchanged phone numbers with my friends and Discord sort of thing. My best friend of the weekend was the groom's dad.
Put them in our
who was-
Discord. Or put them in our Discord. Sorry.
Yo, we gotta get Slack's dad in our Discord.
And
Yes.
not Slack.
Where is Slack?
Uh,
Has anyone spoken to Slack?
Slack,
What happened to him?
I have yet to respond. Slack DM'd me, I think, during Mania Week. And he was like, what do I need to do to get back on the show again? So Slack wants to get on the show. I just have been really bad at responding.
Slack, give me 75 American dollars and you're on.
I mean, that's binding. It is on video. I might as well just see what happens.
Slack, pay us. You can
Yeah.
come on whenever you want.
Yeah.
The more money you give us, the more you can come on the show.
You know what, Slack? If you pay us, we'll make you a contributor.
But I always said there was a place for Slack on Wrestling Radio. What it is, I don't know yet. But you know what it is?
You know, we should sell Slack appearances. Okay, we give him 12 for like $100. He gets to pick 12 episodes of his choosing when he wants to come on without notice.
12's a lot, but
It's one a month.
like I said, 12's a lot.
It's a pay-per-view.
I would give him.
It's a premium live event. He's buying premium live events.
I would have given him
12 for $100. Hell,
That's better than
I put it this way, I
I
would
was
pay
gonna give him
$100.
6 max.
I would pay $100 to be a guest spot 5 times on the Matt Men podcast. All right.
$20. I mean, yes, that's worth it though.
Yes.
I know, but we're also not that.
He's like,
rich.
yeah,
You gotta-
like, no.
you got to offer a deal, and then when Mr. Fretz wants to do it, he gets 6.
Mr. Fretz is
I think-
part
Prices
of-
have gone up. We've become more popular, means you can charge
It's
more.
very true.
I think for an extra $50, Slack can choose what episode of Slack's giving that year.
I think he hates Slacksgiving.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, Ricky, how much would it take? How much money in your pocket would it take if Slack paid to have the ending of the show? Oh yeah, and fuck you, Ricky, and he gets to say it.
How much?
How much would Slack need to pay you for an opportunity to Slack to be on the show, and he gets last word? He gets to tell you to fuck off.
Oh,
Is it a one-time only saying, or are we making that
One time.
Oh,
One
one time.
time
Oh,
thing.
the price is going to jump up now. If it's one time only, 300.
300?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'll take that and make it an NFT and sell it for 1,000.
There you go.
Come here, small man.
Hello, Frank.
Hey, Frank.
So apparently when I was in Atlanta, he went on protest.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So my roommate had watched him all week. I got home last night or 2 nights ago, Monday. I got home Monday night. I don't know what day it is anymore, y'all.
Today's Wednesday.
I got home Monday. Okay, so I got home Monday night. As you can see, get this little man. Oh fuck, I'm dropping everything. So I like texted my roommate like the day before the wedding because I was just like mentally unwell because like weddings are exhausting.
Number 1.
And traveling for weddings, yes.
Number 2.
Like it was just like it was a lot. Yes. So I needed like a reprieve from home. I wanted to know how Franklin was doing. So I texted my roommate to ask how he was doing, and she said that he was on protest. He was not eating, and he was being picky as fuck. And so we got home Monday night, and it was past his bedtime, but he woke up the minute I turned my light on, and he laid on my shoulder for hours, like he's doing right now. Like, he has not handled all of my... I've been traveling a lot lately, and he's not been handling it well.
You now have an
At all.
attachment.
That's my baby. Like, I do not like anyone more than I like him. Because he's perfect.
Hope your partner knows that.
Yeah, they do. Oh, no, they do. They know full well. I literally tell Franklin that I love him more than I love anyone ever in the whole world. In front of Dylan.
All right,
But-
so Giancarlo hit number 350 fucking finally.
Yeah, he had 350.
Okay.
Dude, he's like the only one who's been a little slow to start the season, but everyone else has been playing phenomenally.
Rizzo's leading the league in home runs.
Rizzo's leading the league. Glaber's finally becoming Glaber. Like, Garrett Cole still needs to get there, but the rest of the pitching staff, Nestor Cortez.
Did you see the dive he did the other day?
Yeah, dude, first base.
Yeah.
He's my Cy Young right now. Like, their Yankees are playing, and the Sox are playing awful, which makes me so happy.
Wow, it's so good.
But yeah, it's a great time to be a baseball fan right now. The Mets keep getting hit in the face. Like,
Wasn't there a fight tonight too?
yeah, the bench is clear because they threw like 2 close. Dude, they've been hit over 20 times, though, which is nuts.
They're not the Astros. Like, what did the Mets do to anybody?
I don't know. Like, I'm low-key, don't tell anyone, pulling for the Mets.
I mean, I would love to see another Subway Series in my lifetime.
I would love to see a Subway Series.
Subway World
as a baseball
Series, yeah.
fan, yeah, as a baseball fan, I want to see a Subway World Series. Yes, K. Murphy.
I am, as we all know, I am not of the sports ball, but I remember the Subway Series so vividly.
Yeah, it was a great time to be alive
like-
in New York.
I was in 4th grade, and I also specifically remember the Subway Series was the first time I ate a chicken cutlet cold, and it was life-changing for me. So, like, it was twice as special. I fucking love chicken cutlets.
Understandable. I mean, it's just a slab of meat, really.
Breaded chicken.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Ugh,
It goes well
I
with
have
anything.
Chicken defrosting in the... Oh, it's the perfect food.
You can put any kind of sauce on breaded chicken,
And it works.
Yeah, that's...
and it works.
I'm making that tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna burger tomorrow. I got adobo spice finally. Oh, so happy. My chicken tastes so much better now.
Adobo's delicious.
Adobo's the best seasoning of all time. Well, have you ever had adobo?
I don't think so.
It's a yellow. It pretty much goes on anything. It's just like all around seasoning. It's a Goya product. Literally, just put it on the chicken, and next time you cook, it'll be life changing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the perfect
I've
chicken
also
blend.
not for chicken, but generally speaking, I've very much been on a huge garlic salt kick.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Garlic salt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. I need a punchline for tonight.
Oh, I'm gonna go grab a beverage now.
Yeah, I also had to hear about your Mania experience. We didn't talk about that either.
Oh yeah, can we talk about my mania on the show?
Yeah, it'll be one of the first things we talk about.
I had a great mania.
As did I. I was there.
Oh yes.
As-
Franklin, what are we doing? Franklin. Oh my God, sir. I forgot my glass.
There you go.
Also, 50. There's a solid chance my tits come out, and I'm sorry.
That will give us so much ratings. Damn, Will, what are you doing?
Thinking.
Oh, okay.
Deep
I was
thought.
like, it's really funny because Kay just mentioned that their tits might come out on the video, and you like had no
I know.
reaction.
I was afraid to go like, what? I wanted to give myself an extra few minutes so I didn't look like a complete creep. Believe me, no, I heard. I definitely heard.
I was like, I was waiting for you to like tag in on that. I was like, well, that'll.
I made a conscious decision not to react.
I was like, that'll get our ratings up for fucking sure.
Yeah, especially if they're pierced.
Yeah, right?
No, they are not.
Oh, I was
Pierced.
banking on pierced.
No, I didn't think so.
Okay,
If I had to
this
put
is-
money on, I
no.
would have guessed no.
No, I want them pierced, but okay.
You just gotta do
We're
it.
gonna get. No, we're getting explicit on the internet really
It's
quick.
only on the pre-show.
okay.
It's fine.
It's called the internets.
Yeah.
There's no FCC here,
Well,
baby.
Well, I very much enjoy nipple play during sex, and the only reason I have not gotten my nipples pierced yet is because if I lose sensation, I'm gonna kill myself.
Well, I have somebody. You
Only
should,
reason they're
I
not
have
pierced.
someone you should talk to about pierced nipples.
I also love nipple play during sex.
Oh.
That's that just I had to say that as well. I completely agree.
So you see my predicament, and the reason my tits might come out is like I made my KOTR pride shirt a crop
I
top,
see that? Yes.
but yeah, I cut slightly too short.
So hopefully, don't
And
get
the
excited
lower-
if something happens on AEW, because if you do, then it's gonna be
Well,
all out for
Dude,
the boys.
I hope we just get Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk
Yeah.
and just
for the world title, because Hangman Page isn't on because he has COVID. So watch they vacate the world title and put in Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk. Watch this be the episode.
and it ends in a 60-minute draw.
Well, CM Punk is on commentary for Cash versus
Dax.
what the fuck is his name?
I don't.
Yes, thank you.
Is it Dax?
Cash and Dax. I think so. Cash and Dax versus each other for the Owen Hart term. So Punk is on commentary for that.
Whatever. We'll talk about the Owen Hart in a bit.
Yeah, Dax and Cash.
Is it Dax and Cash?
Yeah, I don't know why I was second guessing that. I'm like, I feel like I'm making these names.
Well, because you
up.
had Dawson and Dash when they were in WWE.
Yeah, I didn't remember what their WWE names were, so I'm like, I didn't want to give them the wrong name.
I don't blame you.
Ugh.
All right, are we ready to go?
Yes, I'm just munching on some pretzels real quick.
That's perfect. Are they pretzels? Surprised that Mr. Pretzels made a pretzels joke.
No,
Because he isn't here.
I do have the recipe for pretzels. I've been meaning to make them. I just haven't made
Let
them
me
yet.
guess. Salt and dough?
Yes, but there's more to it. A little bit.
Wait, he gave you the recipe of the pretzels?
I feel like he put it in Patreon or something a while ago.
I thought he put it in Discord.
He might have.
Shout out to our Discord. I fucking love our Discord. I'm so happy we moved to a Discord
Oh,
server.
speak of a double. Here's Mr. Pretz.
Told y'all. I do love pretzels though. They're one of my favorite snacks. Franklin, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, Rick, you also got to figure out what we're going to do with Restream as well.
Oh, for what? Oh, for
Yeah,
for
just in
what?
general, if we're gonna buy it or not.
Oh yeah, that and yeah, just stuff on the menu.
Uh,
Um,
so I have some ideas, but we'll figure that out after the post show. So we ready to rock this thing live?
hold on.
Let me get the-
Losing sensitivity. Sorry.
Midnight music.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, Murphy, I'm so upset that we can't do all these days anymore.
It's the biggest heartbreak of my life.
It's such a heartbreak, but those YouTube copyrights don't fuck around.
No. Punk is starting.
Gotta start off big. All right, I'm ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a countdown?
All
Well,
right, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, in the spirit of the Viper, there is a lot to discuss in wrestling that came seemingly out of nowhere, such as an iconic departure, another Forbidden Door reference, a returning disgruntled wrestling performer, and tournaments galore. So sit back, relax, and make sure you get rid of all your bridezillas before the summertime, because it's episode number 290 of Kings of the Rings podcast, out of nowhere, exclusively here on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now.
Midnight music.
So, Kay Murphy, how's the construction going on by your place?
Yo,
I
did
think
you tell Eddie Kingston to fuck off, or did you give him a donut?
Okay, to listen to the show, so you
so-
totally missed our joke
I
about
know.
it.
So yeah, they had no reference to that joke, but that makes it even funnier.
That is really
I was
funny.
like, what?
No idea what to say.
Yeah, it's great.
You heard that? Welcome back, K Murphy. We
Welcome
missed
back,
you.
Kay Murphy.
I-
Yeah.
Hi, I missed you all so much. There's been so much going on this month. I was just in a wedding in the Atlanta area this past weekend.
Shout out to Atlanta.
It was. Can I talk about my Atlanta trip real quick?
Yeah, did you meet Migos?
No, I met.
Did you meet Charles? Well, no,
No.
Charles is in Dallas, ironically.
I meant to like reach out to Charles, but totally forgot because like again got caught up at wedding shit.
He was in
but
Dallas. You should check his Instagram to see his little photo shoot he did with his child. It's really fucking funny.
I have to check. Yeah, for sure. So on Monday, my partner and I explored Atlanta, and we took like a later home Monday night. So we were gonna go to this place called the Slutty Vegan because my partner is vegan, and it was closed. So instead, we found one strip where I found a crystal shop, a tattoo shop, a weed shop, a vintage shop, and a combo record comic shop. It's like it was made for me.
All on one street?
In one shopping like a strip mall.
Yeah.
It was on one strip. So I didn't smoke during like the wedding and all of that. So like
You should. For what you told us about the wedding, you should have.
yeah, we'll explain that another time.
On another episode.
But I was sober Sally for the trip, so naturally Dylan says I smoked a whole joint to the face in less than 15 minutes. So naturally I was fucked up. But it all hit me when I was going through TSA and my bag got pulled.
Oh Jesus!
Can I tell you? It was the fucking. I get airport anxiety to begin with.
Yeah.
Because TSA always pulls me for something stupid, and I've been high on a plane before, but the high has hit me after TSA. So I was fucked up beyond fucked up. In Atlanta, Like, it was a really nice day. Like, we ran around, we like checked out the neighborhood and this neighborhood in Atlanta. Like, it was just a really, really nice day. It was like a nice way to like end like our trip into Georgia. And the Uber drops us at the airport, and I get out, and I'm like, oh no, I'm in danger. So I'm fucked up. I'm trying to put all my shit in the fucking bins, for fucking TSA, and I'm like,
Dropping shit everywhere. Like people are just looking.
Yes!
People are looking at you funny.
and like
I would have paid to see this.
I was internally just like dying. Dylan didn't know it right away. I don't think they knew right away that I was like as fucked up as I was. But I have the one bin where my iPad and my phone, and then I see all my shit on the other side, and then I'm like, my high ass is like, oh no, it went on the other side, and then Dylan's like, it got pulled, and I'm like, oh no. And then I start panicking because I knew I bought a pre-roll at this like CBD shop in Atlanta, but I still had the tube in there, but like, no, I'd smoked the whole joint to my face. So like, I didn't have any like thing on me, but I still got fucking nervous. I knew that airport has drug dogs. Like, they're very like vocal about it. It's a whole thing. I was freaking the fuck out. I thought I was going to jail. Would you like to know why my bag got pulled?
Something sparkly.
Something attached to it, like a zipper.
Yeah.
No and no. I forgot to empty my reusable water bottle, and there's a little bit of water left.
Oh, okay.
Classic.
Nice.
Classic.
Nice.
After all,
You gotta love
that,
TSA doing their job, baby.
Oh my god, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. But I'm so glad to be back in New York. I got Mr. Tortellini on my shoulder. You can't see him because he's hiding.
Could you imagine, hold on, could you imagine for a second if I had to go on this show, be like, well, Kay's in jail. So, we're going to need a new host.
Okay, if I was in jail, who would replace me?
Oh, we definitely have to replace you with Slack at that point.
Hell no.
Are you kidding?
If Kay was in jail, who would we replace Kay with?
Honestly, I'd say fuck. Let's just bring Dave back. make this shit get real interesting. Real quick. I'm no key. I kind of miss like a two-way, like a me on you versus Dave argument. I sometimes miss when it was just me and Ricky just ganging up on Dave sometimes.
I mean, I think it would be appropriate if sober Dave came to replace me for being in jail on a possible weed charge in Atlanta.
God,
that actually would
irony.
be perfect, yeah.
The shit writes itself.
Yeah, be like, all right, so Dave's back, so
Dave, if you ever want to come back, just blackmail him up and put him in jail.
That'd be very true. Be like, you know what, Dave, we had some shortcomings, but you never went to jail, and well, you win. Welcome back. Oh my god, but welcome folks to episode 290 of Kings of the Rings podcast. Out of nowhere, of course, I'm your host, King Ricky Rose, along with Willie T and VK Murphy. This is the first time we've actually done a show together.
Was out of nowhere?
Yeah, out of nowhere. Yeah, that is out of nowhere.
I'm just gonna play one of them sound bites.
Oh my god, it's gonna be one of those.
It's gonna be one of those shows.
Yeah, because there's just a lot of stuff that came out of nowhere this week in wrestling, and this is the first time we've done a show in like a month since before Mania. I just realized as you were going through your whole drug story, Kay, that shout out to Smack and a Raw who's tuned in, by the way. I'm very, very surprised that you, of all people, missed the 420 episode.
I don't want to talk about
Kings of the Rings podcast.
Can I also admit
it was
something?
such a fun time.
Can I admit something as well?
What?
Go for it.
So even if my internet didn't go out, I probably would not have made the 420 episode because I passed out by like 8:30. I
would have loved to have seen you pass out from being high on the show.
Yeah. I had a lovely 420. So I had to work, which is whatever, but I get out of work at like 11:30 in the morning.
Oh, prime time.
Yeah, because I go to work at 4 in the morning. So like,
yeah,
fuck me tomorrow.
So
I bought a while ago there's this in Astoria, there's this they're trying to open a lesbian bar in Astoria, but every month they do pop-up events because they haven't found like a brick and mortar location.
Mm-hmm.
So a while ago, I bought infused oats. So like, I'll put it with like regular oatmeal and like eat it.
Nice.
So
It's one way to
made an
jazz up oatmeal
that,
in the morning instead of adding sugar.
So I had oatmeal that had about 50 milligrams in it, which was a lot. Plus, I was like vaping, and I had a pre-roll. My partner came over to smoke with me, and just dead, straight dead. I was fucked up. At sunset, my roommate and I walked to the park by our apartment to smoke. Like, it was a lovely 420.
And then you had construction that knocked out your internet by Eddie Kingston and LAX, apparently.
Why did Eddie Kingston and LAX knock out my internet?
So we did a
week,
bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did a bit where like your internet got fucked up because LAX and Eddie Kingston like broke a wire or something, and
they were the construction workers on your apartment.
You know what's great though?
Construction fucked up.
It's worth it though. The construction of my block, they're putting a barber shop on my block.
Oh, you lucky son of a bitch.
It's a minute walk. I literally have to cross the street right here, and then I cross the street this way, and it's right there.
Do you know
what kind of barbershop?
Good question.
No idea yet.
Like
I don't know.
Supercuts.
Italian barber.
Yeah.
Is it
not a Supercuts. Not a Supercuts.
Ice Cube's barbershop? Like, what are we talking about
Yeah,
here?
is it going to be Dominicans? Because if it's Dominicans, you really luck out. They cut the best hair. They're best at cutting hair.
That's the barber. I have a barbershop like that near me that I go to,
Yeah.
but I don't always like going there.
But if the barbershop's right, if there was a barbershop on my block, I would get my hair cut for shits and giggles every fucking week.
I mean, but it also mentioned, like, I feel like it's going to be a little, like, bougie because it also mentioned, like, manicures and pedicures.
Oh, it's salon style. Yeah.
It's a salon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like they're calling it a barber shop. I forgot the name of it, but it's got the barber pole and everything outside.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, like when they open, I'll try them.
Yeah, give
because
us
I don't
a
have
review,
like
Kay.
Yeah, we'll make it a Patreon exclusive at the barber shop near my house.
Kay's cuts.
Kay's cut.
Yeah.
I did go to beauty school, so that would be a fun little series.
There you go. That could be your side hustle, Kay. You can work at the salon barbershop literally across the street from you.
Ugh, I'd never want to work at a hair salon ever again.
You know, hey, I'm just saying, money is money. Be it as it may, let's talk about things coming out of nowhere, not like another Will soundbite that I know that he is about to play. But speaking of out of nowhere, we always have to start with the
Hello there.
20-year career, finally, officially, of Mr. RKO, Randy Orton. And if you see by his stats, 14-time world champion, first ever WWE World Heavyweight Champion with that great unification promo segment. Youngest ever World Heavyweight Champion, one-time US Champion, one-time Intercontinental Champion. Was it really one time he was IC? Most matches in premium live event history, formerly known as pay-per-view. Two-time Raw Tag Champion, one-time SmackDown Tag Champion, one-time World Tag Champion, a Grand Slam Champion if you put that all together, two-time Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, and most matches in the history of Raw. Second ballot Hall of Famer, Will?
First off, Randy Orton needs applause.
Yeah.
What was your question?
All the applause.
I said second ballot Hall of Famer, Will?
Second.
First ballot.
Sarcasm.
I don't know, man. He could just like, you know what? He could have said no. I still want to wrestle. So maybe it's totally possible. But no, he's like Randy Orton. Okay, my real thoughts on Randy Orton. My real thoughts.
Yeah.
Randy Orton's my favorite wrestler of all time. I think Randy Orton has to be my favorite wrestler of all time now, because remember when we did Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I didn't think about Randy Orton for 1 second to be put on that thing.
You have to now.
Like, I don't even think I thought about putting him like on my list, because like Randy Orton is the most underrated wrestler in the history of wrestling.
He's a silent killer essentially.
Yeah, it's like you know how good Randy. When you see Randy, you're like, oh yeah, fuck Randy Orton, he's the best.
Yeah.
But like you always forget about Randy Orton. Randy Orton's like the most forgettable person ever, but he's just the best. It's crazy.
he's always been in like my top 10 favorite wrestlers for sure.
Yeah.
I've always loved Randy Orton, even if I don't always care about Randy Orton, if that makes any sense.
That's the thing.
No matter what he's given though, he like makes it work.
Yeah. He's always on TV.
Yeah.
Like he's always in a storyline, always doing something for 20 years if he's not injured.
Even when he was injured, he was doing stuff. Remember the RNN updates?
Yeah, they forced me to do
yeah.
that,
Yeah,
though.
it's true. But still, he was still on TV. It's one of those things where, like, especially with Randy's, the way Randy's character is, he's not. This is like currently in the past year or so. This is the most expressive he's ever been character-wise.
Yeah,
You know.
you can see how much fun he's having.
Yeah, and he's come out on a couple of more recent interviews. He's doing a lot more press. I think it's probably because he's learned to calm down his own personality, and he has a more likable personality now.
Dude, it's gonna make that heel turn on Riddle coming up that much better.
But he's talked about. Go ahead.
He's the best bad guy ever. He's one of the best heels ever. He's the best. Anyone's just the fucking best.
He's talked about in his prime. He is in wrestler prime at the moment. He's in his early 40s, and he plans on doing this for at least probably another decade or so. He mentioned that he wants to pride himself on doing what John Cena and The Rock said they weren't going to do, but eventually did anyways. He's priding himself on being the person who's never going to leave to go to Hollywood and actually be a wrestler to continue to keep on wrestling as his primary career. It's also because Randy can't act.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, I can't see Randy Orton doing anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also to his credit, he's like, I'm not going to any other wrestling company either. Like Taker didn't do anything but WWE for like 30 years.
Yeah. And Randy's going to be the second guy to pretty much do it.
Randy's. Dude, I saw that today. That's what he wants his legacy to be. I'm like, that's a good one to have. That's a good one to reach for.
Yeah. Now, at this point in time, is Randy the one? I mean, we did talk about this a couple of years ago, but with what he's talking, what his goals and aspirations are for the next at least decade or so, Randy's breaking the record. I'm talking about.
I don't think so.
I'm talking about the Flair / Cena record at this point.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so because I think it's gonna be Charlotte.
Are they going to put Charlotte? And that's like Charlotte already is the winningest female by titles of all time.
I know, but they're gonna say she is the winningest champion of all time.
That would be very interesting if she breaks it before Randy, or she's the only one to break it.
I think she's the only one to break it, and it's the next step of the women's revolution and evolution or whatever. It's such a notch to give to women's wrestling. I seriously think,
it is.
I think because it's a record that women have that men don't have.
Mm-hmm. I still think you give it to Randy. You know, I
also think it's good business to give it to Charlotte. It's good PR. It's like there's no downside to giving it to Charlotte because if Randy bakes it, because Charlotte's gonna beat her father's record, and it's her fucking father. Like I can't see anyone else other than Charlotte Flair breaking that record.
But here's my thing with it. It's that you already have two Flairs as the standard's already set that you have to beat a Flair over records that the Flairs have made for at this point both genders that they recognize. You know, so I don't think it serves Charlotte to beat her father's record because she's already the winningest woman. Flair's the winningest overall male.
But now she's going to be the winningest person.
Fair. I see where you're going with this, but I think there's more in, you know, you're having a male beating a Flair's record and then a female beating another Flair's record. I think the standard's already set, and I can't argue Charlotte deserving to be Flair's record over Randy. At least Randy has range. Surprisingly enough, I wouldn't have said this 3 years ago, but he has
I'm
range.
not saying. Does Charlotte deserve it? Probably not.
Yeah.
But she's gonna get it. I'm not saying does she deserve it. I'm saying does she gonna get it? There's two very different things.
Very true.
Two very different things in a world that's fake and scripted. And WWE loves to tout that good PR.
Mm-hmm.
They love it. They love it. Stephanie McMahon's gonna get on her soapbox, gonna make documentaries about it. It's like everyone thought it was going to be John Cena for over a decade, and no, it was me. Woo! Like that's
I very much
happen.
I very much was an advocate for John Cena beating Ric Flair's record forever up until recently. and now I'm very much on the Randy Orton train for it. And
It's
like
gonna be a WrestleMania.
Rand-
She's gonna do it at WrestleMania too.
Randy Orton is the only other person I ever felt was worthy besides John Cena.
Yeah.
I still don't think Randy should beat it. Even so, I take Charlotte out of the picture. I don't think Randy should beat it. I think it should be Cena if someone's gonna do it other than Charlotte.
Cena would have done it by now. I think Cena's past.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. Cena would have done it by now. I mean,
Randy's
if
the
Randy
best
keeps
person
going,
to do it.
it's possible because every year Randy just gets the title and runs with it for a little bit, like every few years.
I
So
forgot
it's
what episode
totally possible.
we talked about this during the pandemic when they did the not the before the Thunderdome, the Performance Center shows about what Randy needed to do to like kind of get there. And he's already 14 times. Like let's say Randy doesn't go 10. Let's say Randy goes 5 more years. He only needs to win the world title 3 times.
And I say in the next 5 years he'll probably have it twice at least.
Yeah, so I'm saying like it is very possible that this could lead to something huge for Randy.
I love seeing Randy on top. I can't wait for his heel turn. It's gonna be like Edge but better.
I like Edge's heel. Well, we'll talk about Edge's heel turn, but I like what Randy's doing now. I like their little faux celebration that Riddle put together. I was like, this is ridiculous. I also love how somehow, some way, Cody had the special entrance for Randy's celebration.
Yeah, I thought that was
Did he
hilarious
really?
too. Yeah.
So, because Riddle's like,
Yeah,
I
it
got a
was hilarious.
surprise for you, Randy.
I'm surprised he's a bigger star.
He's a friend of yours, Cody. I really thought it was going to lead to a feud. I was like, ooh, Cody and Randy. I was like, I would want to see that.
Imagine if at the Hall of Fame, Vince is like, Taker, got a surprise for you. That's gotta be Kane! Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, this is my night.
Yeah. No, I like their little fake legacy reunion without Ted DiBiase because fuck Ted DiBiase. It's probably whatever.
Ted's better off. All right, Ted's happy. It's like
what is
Ted's
Ted
disgruntled.
doing?
He's like a Mormon. He's like a pastor or something. I forgot
No,
what
his
he's
dad's
doing.
the pastor.
No, but he's doing like he went to farm or something.
Does he?
Like Ted's very happy doing what he's doing. He is not jaded or miss wrestling one bit. Ted's doing just fine. Do not feel bad for Ted because Ted does not feel bad for Ted.
Ted couldn't cut him in wrestling.
Yeah, and he knew that. He's at peace with that.
He's like, all right, guys, I'm out. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I tried. My dad's better. I'm gonna go paint or some shit.
Yeah, do something, and also let's move past Randy. Congratulations, Randy.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Randy.
we're probably gonna bring it up a little bit later on when we talk about something called something WrestleMania Backlash. But out of nowhere, posted today, on all social media accounts, from the Inspiration, formerly known as the IIconics. Keep that hand up in the air, Kay. Former Impact Wrestling Knockout World Tag Champion, Inspiration, Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay, formerly known as Billie Kay and Peyton Royce in WWE, confirmed today that they will be indefinitely stepping away from in-ring action. The Inspiration have been a great part of Impact's Knockouts roster, wonderful to work with, sent Impact's EVP Scott D'Amore. Cassie and Jessica are incredibly talented performers. Everyone at Impact wishes them every success in the future. Inspiration issued a joint statement stating, "We want to thank Scott D'Amore and the entire Impact family. We have had such an amazing experience working with the incredible Impact staff and roster. We will cherish these Impact memories forever. We're excited to start a new chapter in our lives and explore other opportunities that may come our way." So there's no more IIconics or Inspiration than wrestling for some odd reason.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Like,
I feel like they're gonna pursue like modeling or something.
OnlyFans.
As well, they could probably could have done it anyway.
Yeah, no, they have their own websites, I believe. So they don't like.
I mean, it could be anything.
Concentrate on it more.
Yeah, it was so out of left field because from my somewhat following of Impact Wrestling, which by the way is still really good wrestling, which is crazy to say, they were doing fantastic. Like, they were doing really good on Impact as the Inspiration. They were tag champs there, of course. I mean, I say it all the time. The Impact's Knockouts division is fucking phenomenal. They do great work with their talent there. And they were having a pretty good career there, and they were kind of finding their own. So this is definitely coming out of left field. For me at least, but it could be modeling.
Yeah.
But what else could they do?
I mean, it could be anything. Like, it could be a personal matter. They want to go back home. Maybe they're homesick. It could be.
They literally did.
Who
They literally
knows?
did pack up their lives like almost a decade ago to go
Yeah.
all the way across the world to make
I
a
guess,
career.
especially in a post-COVID world,
Yeah.
like or maybe just like maybe how old are they? Are they under 30?
Yeah, I want to say yes.
Maybe they just don't want to beat up their butt. Maybe they want to have kids. It could be anything.
Yeah. I believe they are both married.
Yeah, one's married to what's her name? Billy Kay's married to Sean Spears.
No, Peyton Royce's.
No, Peyton
Yeah,
Royce is
oh,
married
sorry,
to
Peyton
Sean
Royce.
Spears.
Billy Kay is
Billy Kay is married to someone.
yeah, you never see him, whoever they are, or them. Yeah, but Billy Kay is married to somebody. So that's on apparently the low.
So I mean, I wish him well.
Yeah, I loved their run when they finally got it together. We just didn't. They just got cut before we can probably see all of their potential, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, especially Billy Kay. Billy Kay was hysterical at the end when she was like just trying to be everybody's partner.
Really weird.
Yeah, when she was like trying to be a riot squad. I loved it. I was like, wow, you are fucking funny. But Kay, you had your hand in the air. Like people can see your hand in the air. What's going on AEW? Here we go.
CM Punk versus Hangman Page main event Double or Nothing for the title.
Shit. That's in what, May?
May 29th, baby.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
I'm internally screaming.
Control yourself. Control yourself.
Do you
I'm doing
do
pretty well.
you take the belt off Hangman Page right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Hangman's out right now with COVID, so he may not even. So who knows when he'll be able to even come back? I'm assuming very soon.
He'll be back next week.
Yeah.
He'll be back in no time. That's interesting. Punk versus Hangman at Double or Nothing.
Well, here's why. Because Double or Nothing's in May, right?
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next point: the Forbidden Doors in June, and guess where that's at? In fucking Chicago. CM Punk's winning in Double or Nothing.
Yeah, CM Punk's. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you're
yes,
right. And CM Punk versus Okada?
Yeah. People. Yeah, it's a Mark stream.
Shut your fucking
It's
mouth.
yes. It's go. Yeah, it's going to happen.
In Chicago, like who's the NJPW champion? I have no idea.
It's not Okada.
Would it be like?
It's not Naito.
Or would it be like CM Punk versus Jay White?
Jay White's not even with NJPW at this moment. I believe he's
He's on AW.
I thought he was on both.
he's doing Impact a lot as well.
Isn't he still in the Bullet? I don't follow Bullet Club.
No one follows Bullet Club, but yes, he's on Impact as a Bullet Club member. Jay White, I believe. But AEW last week, as we were doing the show, as we kind of mentioned, announced, or Tony Khan announced, that they are doing the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, a super show with New Japan Pro Wrestling, something that we've kind of seen before because New Japan pretty much works with fucking everybody. They do a super show with literally everybody. But this is a big deal because it's going to be a pay-per-view, not a premium live event, Sunday, June 26th, a month after Double or Nothing, in Chicago, at the United Center. So this isn't like Allstate Arena where we went to. This is actually where the Bulls and the Chicago Blackhawks.
Yeah.
This is the real arena.
The big one.
Yeah, the Madhouse of Madison, as it's called.
So that's, I mean, this is huge. First of all, this is going to be a phenomenal
and
show.
Mr. Fred said confirm Okada is the NJPW champion.
And the fact they fucking called this thing Forbidden Door
The mark.
is.
It's so Mark friendly, yeah.
Dude, AEW just loves to pander to the marks, and when they do it right, I just think it's the funniest. Like Danhausen, I just think it's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Can I just say already, match of the year is going to be Danhausen versus Hook.
It might be.
I can't wait.
I'm somewhat excited for Forbidden Door pay-per-view. I mean, because also feel like I saw this Super Show because Will and I went to an NJPW Super Show.
Yeah, and it was
With-
great.
So
It
did
was
I.
great.
I'd happily pay
It
to
was
see it
so
again.
much. That was so much fun. That was
I'll
probably one of the
happily
most.
pay to see it again.
That was probably one of the most fun wrestling events I've ever been to in my
Yeah,
life.
it's when Bret Hart got attacked across the over in Brooklyn. It was a wild night that night.
I had a mental breakdown because Enzo asked were in the audience.
Yeah, and they ruined the show. That's what I remember.
really funny.
I am excited a lot for the NJPW Superstars. Like we probably talked about it when they did the Super Show in New York. Is that America needs to see these people, needs to see these performers wrestle. Like America needs to see Okada. The more that America can see Okada, the more that respect that man gets. And Okada and Naito and Tanahashi, like these guys need to be seen on a bigger global audience than just in New Japan. And so for them, this is fan-fucking-tastic. And if it's promoted well, this can be really, really great for all parties involved.
Yeah, I think it's
I
going to be a
can't wait
huge
for that.
financial success, like massive. I'm interested to see how it does outside of the realm of marks, because every single mark is buying this, myself included. Every single mark is going to buy this.
You're gonna have a
pay-per-view.
watch party, Will? Because I will come over.
I'm down. Yeah, we can do that. Sure.
Mark watch. Actually, my space is
If
probably
you don't
bigger.
have a party, I'll have a party.
Fuck it, I'll have a party. I don't fucking know.
Whoever has the biggest apartment,
Which is probably
I'm gonna
me.
go.
Probably is Ricky.
I also have the biggest TV, probably of anybody as well.
You do.
You do.
And I have
We
a
got the
ton of
55
couch
inch.
space. I have a 65, yeah.
Oh, I have. Well, I'd sit my chair and you guys could take the couch. It's a big couch, but
We'll figure it out. But I'm
We'll figure it out.
down to buy this. This is a big deal. I'm interested to see how it's not. I mean, obviously, the marketed outside to the comic books, if it even is marketed to the outside, like but non-fan. But I'm interested to see how many of these NJPW performers start showing up on AEW, which I think is probably going to be the better sell.
well, what's interesting with AEW too is that a lot of people who know I watch wrestling will you still watch wrestling
Yeah.
and they say, have you heard about this other competitor?
I had that
I'm like,
conversation with my
AEW.
father when AEW first started. Yeah.
Like I'm having that conversation with people more and more and more.
Mm-hmm.
So AEW is reaching
too.
a wider audience to some extent. So I'm interested to see how this pay-per-view does with those kind of people.
Yeah. Who will just tune in and be like, oh, what's this? I'm interested to see how big is this card going to be and like who are you bringing over?
Probably huge, dude.
Like
I want to
are you saying like
are you
saying like 4 hour event?
No.
At least.
I don't
I
think
think it'd be
it's
4
gonna be that.
hours.
I don't think it's
Well,
gonna
we're
be that
saying
big.
doors at 5, showtime at 6. It's gonna happen at 7 Eastern time.
Yeah, I think AEW would want their first 4-hour show like that, their first mega show like that, to be their own branded. I don't think they'd want to share that.
You don't think they want to co-brand
If
it?
they're smart, I don't think that. If they're smart, they wouldn't co-brand it. That's a big step up for the company. And you want to do that on your own.
Mm-hmm. And so this also begs the question: you have Double or Nothing, wherever the hell that's going to be. You have Forbidden Door in Chicago. Usually All Out. Is it All Out or All In? Okay.
Both.
All
They
out.
do-
All Out.
Don't they do both?
That's usually also in Chicago. Are they getting too Chicago heavy? Should they move one of those out of there?
I think Forbidden Door should be elsewhere, personally.
Mm.
But isn't Double or Nothing's in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken?
Dude, they got to go to Philly.
Philly would be a great.
They
If the ECW arena wasn't so damn small, I'd be like, do it there. Oh,
no, don't do it there. That's pandering too much. That would even annoy me.
Yeah.
But I think they should just move one of them to Philly. Like if this Forbidden Door was in Philly, I think we'd be like it's just
I'd be
as
like,
big a draw. as
if
Chicago.
Forbidden Door was in Philly, I'd be like, road trip. Let's do this.
Yeah,
I would
exactly. I would totally
Yeah.
go. But like Chicago, I mean, Chicago is just a bigger name only because of CM Punk. Like that's really the only reason why Chicago is such a big name for AEW.
I think Philly's a great wrestling town.
It's a great wrestling town, but so is Philly.
Yeah, it is. And they did.
But I agree with
Or
you.
not to be biased, but you even, or not to be biased, they could do it in New York. Like, does WWE have like a monopoly on MSG?
No.
Not MSG, but they do Barclays.
Yeah, no, MSG was being picky.
I could see this at. I could see this at MSG. I mean, they
Oh.
did fucking. We were there. We went to Supercard of Honor there.
If I was a betting man, I think Vince has some handshake deals to make sure that never happens again. But
there is a
paper-
big rumored to be a bigger go home show at MSG before one of the big pay-per-views. I dare, and don't quote me, this will come up probably a lot when it comes closer to it, but I believe a go home before SummerSlam, the SmackDown go home, is at MSG. Which, by the way, if that happens, we're going probably. It's a fucking train ride.
Duh.
It's a fucking
I
train
live right
ride to
there.
MSG. Like, I'm fucking going.
yeah.
Oh my God! Speaking of MSG, guess what?
What?
I'm going to see Lizzo in October.
Oh my god.
At MSG.
You're gonna have the time of your life.
I know.
Are you not a Lizzo fan, Will?
I don't
you
like
kidding?
Lizzo.
Really? I
I'm not a
love
fan of
Lizzo. Her album's fantastic.
Lizzo's incredible.
There is one picture of Lizzo to keep it on wrestling. There's a picture of Lizzo where she's like walking up like a private jet in like Assless Chapter or something like
And
that.
they compare her to Rikishi.
Yes, I can't get that out of my head. You have to send it to Will at some point.
I've seen it. Yeah, that's something you never forget.
Oh man, so we're gonna keep an eye on this Forbidden Door pay-per-view to see how this build is going, because there are endless possibilities of things that could happen on this show and who could show up and all of that stuff. So very, very excited for that. So let's move on to finally we got the Raw after Mania that we wanted, Will.
Yeah, it's about goddamn time.
Yeah, right? We finally got the surprise comebacks that we were waiting to see that took fucking forever, such as the return of the best promo in all of wrestling, Asuka.
The best fuck you, first of all.
Listen, Asuka's the best promo in all of wrestling. I don't care what anybody says.
The audacity.
I mean, Asuka, I love me some Asuka.
Yeah.
I'm happy she's back, but the best promo in all of, well, I mean, she's better than Lacey Evans at this point.
Listen, I love the Lacey Evans video package. Lacey Evans is going to be a fantastic babyface.
Dude, it's like, I don't want to know this shit. I don't want to know. Keep your trauma to yourself at this point. It's just like, I don't even want, I hope out none of it's true.
Oh no, it's all true.
It's all fake.
It's all true.
I know it's all
Yeah.
true, but I don't want to know. I didn't want to know this. I liked my Assassin Southern Belle. I liked her. I liked you as a bitch.
There are
I
some
don't
people
wanna-
that are just better at being bitchy, and that's okay.
I think Lacey Evans is talented enough to do both. But back to the greatest promo of all time, Asuka. I like where this is going. I like this kind of this feud for Becky, because this is kind of the unfinished business that we need to talk about. Becky gave her belt to Asuka when Becky went to go have a baby, and Asuka did what she did with it for as long as she could. And so there's a good kind of story there, and Asuka's there, hey, I'm here to actually beat you. For real this time. So I like it. I like what they're booking Becky and Asuka to do on Raw. I really like Raw's booking. I haven't said that in a long time.
Dude, Raw's been very enjoyable. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I have like watched. Sometimes I've watched Raw, like the newest Raw before the latest SmackDown. So, I probably would have watched Raw this week before last week's SmackDown.
You know what
tomorrow.
happened is that Roman's injury exposed a lot of flaws in SmackDown.
Yes, that's a great way of putting it. And Rick Boogs is injured.
That is yeah. It's Roman.
He
Yeah,
helps.
Rick Books
He
helped
helped
a
a
lot.
Like on SmackDown, Butch is just
Yeah, Butch.
Madcap is
Yeah. Madcap, I think, is getting there. I see what they see in Madcap. I just hate that he was stuck with Corbin for so long.
Yeah, it's just a lot of SmackDown is just The Usos are
The Usos they're fine.
Eh?
It's a positive.
Yeah, that's
As opposed to a negative.
That does not sound positive at all.
No, I heard the positive in Will Zaya. I know the difference.
Yeah, I like the Usos.
Yeah.
I mean, Pat McAfee and Michael Cole
Yeah,
yeah.
they're fucking great.
They're like Sasha Banks and Naomi.
They're just doing what they need to do. They're on both shows,
And and Ricochet is.
Oh my god, why? Why? What's he doing?
I
I haven't
Like,
seen
okay,
WWE
did
in
you
a minute.
watch the Rick? Okay, I know we're sideburning a lot from Oscar. I love Oscar. Shout out to Oscar.
Yeah.
But Ricochet and Aaliyah's segment from SmackDown.
That was so weird. That was
I'm swallowing the
so...
fuck out of that. I'm swallowing the fuck out of that.
If
segment.
Matt Ritter is actually still here, yeah.
Yeah, if you still watch, that one's for you, Ritter. Like dead ass, dude. She was just like, "Oh my god, you've beaten so many people. You've beaten this person, and this person."
Yeah.
Ricochet's like, not only that, my goal is to beat everybody. I'm gonna be a defending champion. There's this. And it's just like, oh, so you're gonna challenge what's this like Veer, and Veer pops in, it's like, you're gonna challenge me. And at the end of the show, like Veer and Jinder attack, and
Oh, it wasn't Veer. It was
Ricochet,
Shanky.
Ricochet doesn't even come in
Well,
for the
no,
save.
Veer's on Raw. Shanky.
Oh, sorry, Shanky.
It's Shanky and
whatever the
Jinder,
fuck.
yeah.
Shanky and Jinder's like, they're beating down Drew, and like Ricochet doesn't even come in for the save. Drew just squashes them. It's just like a mess.
I will say,
It's a
I will say
fucking
one
mess.
positive I didn't even put on the slides this week. We'll say one positive. Drew Gulak. Love that man.
Drew Gulak is a positive.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, Drew Gulak is a fantastic positive. I am very high on Drew Gulak. He's bad at it. He's really bad at it, but that's what makes him.
I will
amazing.
always love Drew Gulak.
He still has found a way to get his PowerPoint presentation in a promo.
It's so fucking stupid. And I like Charlotte beating him up. I like Ronda kind of beating him up. Like, I'm excited for this I Quit match. Like it's
we'll
pretty
talk
good.
about-
RK Bro's good on SmackDown, but that's just part of Raw. Raw's the way better show. Raw's the A show.
Raw has returned to the A show. And speaking of the A show,
with no champion.
and out of nowhere, Mustafa Ali returned. I was...
Interesting.
Yes, Mustafa Ali returned, but the disgruntled person who would not grant him his release. Somehow they have worked things out. What the fuck it is, I don't know. I actually think it's a brilliant move because do you want someone who is legitimately disgruntled leaving your company and bashing it, or do you kind of make some compromises and keep him around so you have a little bit more control on what he says? You do the latter. Okay, and that's what they did. I don't know what happened, but he is now in the mid-card scene with The Miz, new United States champion Austin Theory, a.k.a. Theory. Yes, you heard that right, Kay.
Just Austin. Theory. It's fine.
Weird. It's really weird.
Finn Balor, if he ever returns to anything. And also, oh yeah, by the way, Ciampa, who decided that Mustafa Ali was a new Johnny Gargano and attacked him right after the match.
Wow, what an asshole!
Perfectly timed, by the way.
I was just scrolling through and it's went.
Perfectly timed, by the way. So, of all the things to be excited with on Raw, I am so excited for his mid card. You have Mustafa, you have Ciampa, you have Theory, you even have Miz to play around with. The United States Championship.
And Damian Priest is floating around there too.
Yeah, it's a fun time to be in the mid card of Raw.
The Miz put over Austin Theory. You know what this? Because there's also no champion.
Yeah,
Like, right now,
because
you're-
Roman's on the sideline. Yeah,
Because Roman's injured. Roman hurt his shoulder.
Yeah.
Or his tricep
it's
or
a
whatever.
tries.
And Raw's mid card is Kevin Owens, even Ezekiel. Kevin Owens is getting Ezekiel over. And Ezekiel is the dumbest storyline since Santino had a snake on his arm.
Or
I don't
Santina
like it.
Morella.
No. The snake was stupid as Santina. All right, at least Santino was funny.
I think he's dressing like the Warrior now, which I think is really fucking funny.
He looks like the Warrior. I thought it was Warrior for a second.
You know what sells it? It's that Kevin Owens freaks out at the very sight of him.
Yeah. Kevin Owens is just channeling the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I think WWE is low-key starting to learn how the internet works and how their fan base is.
Mm-hmm.
And just making characters on TV personifications of the fucking Twitter.
Yeah. I like...
Which, shout out to Elon Musk, please don't ban us. We love you.
Oh my god, literally.
Even though you're going through a
when I found
midlife
out-
crisis.
When I found out, sidebar really quick, when I found out about Elon Musk, I literally just go, oh no. The future of KOTR.
Listen, if we can get an
Rip.
edit button, that's all I care about at this point. Like, that'll keep me around for a little bit longer.
Dude, it would make my job so much fucking easier.
Yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, Ciampa's now getting a prominent role, which thank God, because the slew of NXT people that were around his size that probably weren't going to get a good role, Maybe the streak is ending. So this is good. I'm happy Mustafa's back. Like I said, hopefully he gets something out of this. And I'm happy Ciampa's probably going to be in a prominent team. Like, I want to see Ciampa versus Mustafa Ali in a singles match.
Sure.
I'm very excited
That'd be
for it.
very cool.
I'm glad they worked it out.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how surprised people were to see him.
I was
well,
pretty
okay.
taken back because I for sure thought he was never coming back.
But what,
Especially
but
the way that he portrayed it on social media, I was like, he's not coming back by any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
well, they worked it out.
Yeah, which is good. Good.
I mean,
good for being
Which,
professional.
yeah, it's great, but it's almost like people are almost mad he didn't leave
Where's he gonna go?
to some extent.
Where's he gonna go to be
I mean,
used?
People just want people to leave WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I get it, but like,
It's like-
the upper spots are getting full again. Like, you can't just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I think the place to be right now is WWE.
I think so as well.
Like and that's AEW is also like AEW is a great place,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're new, it's not a great place to be. I wonder if Keith Lee is kicking himself right now.
Or Andrade or
No, Andrade is doing actually pretty solid. He was
or
the main
Yeah.
I
talk
was
out.
gonna say Ruru.
The coffin match was very good.
If you're Ruby, if you're Malachi, if you're even Buddy Murphy got like released, but so people who left. Well, Ruby got released, or Ruby
I was
requested
gonna
release.
say Tony requested her release. No, I was gonna say what's Rusev's real name? What is he going to?
Miro.
Miro. There we go.
Miro.
Yeah.
Well, Miro was
Miro's
also
apparent-
released.
Miro's apparently recording something right now, like a TV show, and that's why he's not on AEW.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
weird.
It's right. Veer's gonna be a better Rusev any day. Anyways, calling it right now.
Dude, Veer has not made Hulu Raw, and it's.
I'm surprised. I like his in ring style at the moment.
Dude, I was shocked almost when Lashley made Hulu Raw. I was like, this is something I just don't want to see. Like, almost is just an.
Wait, so
I-
wait, you're telling me, and this is not like you're telling me that stupid ass the actual real arm wrestling segment made Hulu Raw.
It made Hulu
The
Raw.
whole
Yep.
arm wrestling
Who
fight.
arm wrestle?
The whole thing.
Almost and Bobby Lashley.
The MVP
Why?
promo too. That was in there.
Oh, well, because MVP turned on Lashley is now backing Omos. It's leading to the rematch at WrestleMania Backlash because
I mean, which was the right thing to do. It's just I just don't like Omos. I don't see it.
I watched him earlier today on the Bump, and he actually can speak a lot better English than what he portrays on TV. Like he's an okay speaker. He's not the greatest speaker. Like that's why you put MVP with him. But like when you hear him on like the Bump and doing interviews, but when you hear him on TV and in the ring, it's like he's forcing this menacing character on you, and it's not necessarily really him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. The guy's got no charisma, and he's a bad wrestler.
He's a big man. Big men aren't great wrestlers.
The only thing he's got is that he's 7 feet tall.
7'4".
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why he's on TV, but like Big Show had charisma.
Big Show is
mean-
forced to have charisma.
I know, but Big Show also naturally has charisma. Paul White is actually a likable, charming human
It's
being.
also very fucking funny.
Almost is just like,
Well, he has charisma. He was the giant. He was the giant ninja during the Viking Raiders segment.
but he didn't really do
He
anything.
was also the doorman for Raw Underground.
Again, he didn't do anything.
That is charisma
He didn't. He
enough.
just,
You don't need
he
charisma
just
to be a
stood
doorman.
there and looked. Exactly. That was the problem. He doesn't have charisma. That's the problem.
Shane McMahon was all the charisma you needed for that segment.
Yeah, but he
And-
himself can't stand alone because he has no charisma and he can't wrestle.
Most big men again can't wrestle. Neither could show.
Yeah, but that's why you need charisma to hide that.
Well,
fact.
you need to show that like you're strength and
like
strong.
imagine if Great Khali had charisma other than the kiss cam.
He has charisma. I saw him dance on Longest Yard. It was great.
I've also seen him dancing in the ring.
Yeah. But most big, they're almost is doing what they want to keep Lee to do. Just be this big man archetype, don't take bumps, and just don't sell for people, and just beat the shit out of everybody.
That's fine, but he's just not good at. He's not good at that either.
Yeah, he is. I literally watched him palm Lashley's head with one hand. That's kind of fucking scary.
I mean, he's terrifying.
Yeah.
He has that. He's got that going for him. Really scary.
Fucking
Really, he's very scary, and like people make him look good. People sell for him well, which is also a testament to him for doing it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I just don't see the upside to him. I don't see him being a main event star. I don't see him getting any better, and I don't see him being anything other than scary.
Well, we'll see. Well,
Same.
we also didn't see that with the Hurt Business, and look what MVP did with that. So I think the
I didn't think the Hurt Business was good either.
I love the Hurt Business. I think they had
Like Shelton and what's his Cedric just didn't add
Shelton
anything to the
Benjamin.
group.
Sorry.
Like they won a tag titles when tag titles meant nothing. But what did they do with them?
Well, I
Nothing.
know they cut the Hurt Business short, which I thought was kind of bad because they wanted to focus on Bobby, which I get that.
Because Bobby was a star and it wasn't good. What happened when
No,
the
it
Hurt Business
was
broke
good
up?
when the Hurt Business
Lashley-
first came out, especially the initial Raw Underground. The Hurt Business was Raw for a considerable amount of time.
Eh,
They were, because I remember us having this conversation. They were Raw. They came out with the suits. They were kind of like the Black Four Horsemen, but they weren't actually that. And they were running a lot of the Raw for a really, really long time. But again, they
and
moved.
Raw was bad. They were carrying a terrible Raw.
But then they moved
Raw was
towards
unwatchable.
then they moved towards Lashley and everything. But I think the almost success is going to be more prominent on what MVP is going to do with him, and if MVP can put that whatever ball and juice he has left.
Yeah. No, putting him as MVP was. I mean, here's the thing is they're booking him correctly, which is the crazy thing too.
Yeah.
Like if I was gonna book Almost, this is how I would book him. Turn on Lashley, make Lashley a massive babyface, give him MVP for the rub. Like on paper, it's a great idea. It's just in real life, it's a dud.
I don't think it's a dud yet. I thought the arm wrestling segment was kind of a dud, but it's one of those things where like WWE is also in this holding pattern of like, oh, we had these matches at WrestleMania, let's select a couple of them and just do it at Backlash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are we
Yeah,
doing
it's
this?
like whatever had to get cut for time, do it again.
Yeah.
And then a little more of a build, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think I don't like arm wrestling segments in wrestling feuds. I've never have. Like I don't like arm wrestling. I didn't really like. Remember when I was like Ryback versus Mark Henry, and they did like the weightlifting challenge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Leading into Mania, and I was
That was better though.
because that's when Ryback. Mark Henry's the world's strongest man, so it made
Also,
sense.
because Mark Henry's legit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
if it wasn't Mark Henry, like I would see what you're saying. But Mark Henry fucking pulled a truck.
two trucks,
18-wheelers.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. He bent a cast iron skillet on a steel skillet on TV,
Right. Which is
real
Like,
because they tried to rip him.
But again, Mark Henry has crazy charisma, which is why he works so well. Because his wrestling also not the best, but he has great charisma, so
he
it's
birthed
fine.
the hand too.
He had birthed the hand.
Yeah.
And the fact that he tweeted that during WrestleMania still, that he almost wouldn't do that. You wouldn't think to do
I don't think
that.
almost even has a Twitter, to be honest with you.
See? He's got no charisma. What's he gonna say? What's almost gonna tweet? Oh, suit size 15,000.
Does not compute. All right, let's move on to the purple faction these days on
I
Raw.
love that Ciampa was just on that picture the entire time.
I didn't expect to go into an almost sidebar.
I didn't either. You know what? Oh, that's the most we talked about almost in the past year.
Wow.
It is. So
I guess he's over.
yeah, right. So Kay, the Edge and Damian Priest couple is now officially called Judgment Day.
Love it.
Oh.
I love it.
That's
You know,
Hey,
That's
referee.
kinda
in their promos under purple and white lighting, and it looks like a really comfortable chair that Edge is sitting in. But
It does look
they have the scales of justice on a little table next to them as well,
so cute.
which is
awesome.
pretty interesting. So my question is, Kay, when does your girl Rhea join Judgment Day?
I was just going to ask, did she join? Because remember,
Nope, not
I
yet.
did not watch Raw yet. I just saw that she got attacked on Raw or some shit.
Yeah, after they lost the tag team championship rematch to Sasha and Naomi a couple weeks ago, Rhea then attacked Liv and was like, "Get away from me! You're toxic!" Blah, 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 blah. So
You're mean.
yeah, and
So the earliest, so maybe as early as next week.
well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, it's going to happen.
It needs to happen.
That is confirmed. Rhea is going to join. Apparently, allegedly, they were floating around Ciampa as well. But,
Too much.
Vince thought
Too much.
Vince thought Ciampa was too old for the group.
What do you mean too old?
Because like Damien, how old is Damien Priest?
Damien's in his 30s. Edge is clearly in his 40s. And I don't think Edge
the idea is that Edge is
cultivating new talent. Okay, I get.
Yeah, he's cultivating new talent. Like that, it's from that angle. He's too. Yeah, I'm not saying he's too old. Like he's physically feeble. I mean, it's too old for the storyline.
No, I get that. Yeah. I also think,
which I do actually. Agree
I also
with.
think Ciampa being there would be overkill as well.
Ciampa would also overshadow Damien Priest, and that's not what you want.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and I think Ciampa can stand on his own as just a dick, like it's a bulldog kind of heel, like a pit bull.
Yeah, like what Butch should be, but with more vocals. Yeah, no, I and also like, I like the faction of 3 because sometimes 4 you always lose a person.
Yeah, agreed.
A lot of the time. So 3 is perfect, especially if Edge is like Tiensha from NXT. Remember when they had it's just like,
oh my god, are they still doing that? Is Boa still on TV?
No, Boa's gone.
God, it's so funny. Xia Li's a heel now apparently because of a promo.
She's a protector.
She's like, I was a protector. I protected a total of 3 people. Well, guess what? I'm no longer a protector.
So according to our new fact checker, Mr. Frets, Priest is 39 and Ciampa is 36.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious. Oh my god. I need a soundbite for that somewhere. Yahoo!
Sounds about right.
That is some Yahoo logic right there.
Sounds about right. I like where it could go, but I guess it's the fact that
WWE, we've got a problem.
I forgot I had that soundbite.
Oh yeah, that's from the Foley thing. Yeah, but I like it. I want to see what their first shirt is like.
I hope it's this Edge pointing fingers saying, "Yeah, I'm using Undertaker's lighting. Deal with it." That was my highlight of Raw when he said that in his promo. It's like, "Yeah, I'm using Undertaker's lighting. What are you gonna do about it? Cry about it on Twitter."
Well, I know I liked when he did the country accent. For wherever they were, I was like, "Wow, that's."
They were in Knoxville.
I was like, "Wow, that's a really good country accent." I like, and I also will say this: his Edge's new theme, really fucking good.
It works. It works. That's the thing. It works. Well, so this group as a whole for me, I like Edge. Edge is doing great. Damien for me is a very just.
Also, his name Damien, and with the whole like, I like everything.
It fits again.
Yeah.
Great idea on paper. I just it's not there for me yet.
I think when you bring Rhea over, if you bring Rhea over and they actually start running roughshod through their divisions, I think you got something.
I'm still open-minded for sure.
Yeah, but I like it. I do like it.
I'm excited to watch Raw this week.
You should be excited.
Raw is really good. Not gonna lie. It's very watchable, and I play a lot of MLB The Show when I watch it, so it's fun.
So obviously this is all leading up to WWE's WrestleMania Premium Live event, WrestleMania Backlash, actually, which is 1 week from. Is it Saturday?
Saturday what?
Or Sunday? Yeah.
What do you mean? It's next week.
It's fucking next week.
Yeah, it's next week.
It's next week Sunday, actually.
Oh,
not next week Sunday. Like, we're gonna do our go home show for it next week, and then it's gonna be that following Sunday, March 8th, I believe. So I'll be coming.
May 8th.
May 8th. My God, yeah, it's gotta.
Yeah, May 8th is Sunday.
May 8th is a Sunday. So yeah, it's gonna be happening up a street in like Rhode Island or some shit. So we have a lot of obviously rematches: Ronda Charlotte, Cody and Seth, which is probably gonna steal the show. But my question to you guys is. There is no Roman on the show that we know of yet. I doubt he's putting any titles on the line. He'll probably make an appearance doing something because he's fucking Roman, and you can't have the man be the center of your Backlash logo and have him not show up.
I mean, you can.
You could.
They've done it before, I'm sure.
That's probably right.
Dude, they put Vader on the cover and called it "It's Time" and in your house, and Vader wasn't on the card.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. Obviously, you have Bobby and Omos, but here's my question: you are the biggest storyline that's actually going across both Raw and SmackDown is the unification of the tag team titles. That they have made that abundantly clear, but that is the major overarching storyline for both Raw and SmackDown. They've gotten several main events. They are always the prominent either beginning segment or the end segment of both shows. So is this leading to the tag team unification match between RK Bro and the Usos as the main event of a WWE premium live event / pay-per-view?
No.
Really, K. Murphy? Why is that?
I feel like they're gonna care about like Seth or Cody or something like that more. Or unfortunately, Charlotte and Ronda.
I would disagree
Yeah,
with Seth and Cody because I think they are mid-card right now.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte and
Ooh.
Ronda?
I forgot what other matches were on this card. Not gonna
As
lie.
of right now, from what I can tell, you have Charlotte and Ronda, Almost Bobby, the tag team titles, Cody, Seth, and I believe that's it.
I do think the tag titles should main event because the biggest story in WWE is Roman and is Roman as well as the Bloodline.
Yeah.
So I think the Usos should main event because they're the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Or they don't, and Roman gets pissed off at them all back in the back, saying, "You won the titles, but you didn't main event.
Yeah.
You embarrassed the family."
Now what are you going to do?
Good job.
Get out of my face and do something
Yeah,
about it.
right, or they main event, and that's when Roman gets on the show. He comes out, and they at the end of the show, just all raising all the titles.
I think the latter, what you said, is probably going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should main event for sure. I think they should main event.
Yeah, I don't see them giving Randy and Riddle and the Usos all this airtime and having them go back and forth from both shows if they are not main eventing this event.
Yeah, and to Kay's point on Cody, it's a slower burn than that with him.
Yeah. Yeah, Cody's going to go through some
And then the
stuff.
I Quit.
So
Yeah, and the I Quit. I just don't think enough people care.
I don't. I would care more about the I Quit match if Drew Gulak was a special guest referee.
Dude, I would have cared so much more if it was Ronda and Becky. Like if Ronda and Becky had, if it was you swap out Charlotte with Becky, like everything about what they're doing with Ronda would work.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte and Becky and I Quit with all the history that they have, especially after their
That would have been awesome.
especially after their Survivor Series match, which was incredible. To have them like if you made that a 1 of 3, like you go Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Backlash, fan-fucking-tastic. Obviously, it didn't happen that way, but I do believe that the tag team should main event, and especially because it's WrestleMania Backlash, this is essentially a throwaway event. No one's going to remember anything that happened on this.
Yeah.
Give the tag team something to do for once. So let's move along. Speaking of tag teams and just other things, out of nowhere, guess what, folks? There are more main roster quote-unquote superstars showing up on NXT, such as helping out the women.
no.
The Queen of Blackhearts, Natty, has come back to NXT to beat up a 20-year-old Cora Jade, which actually is really fucking funny. To me, and she is sticking around. She's going to be in a tag team match with, I think, Lash Legend this upcoming week. By the way, Lash Legend and your girl Nikita Lyons, great stuff, Will.
It seems like it always happens to the Spanish guy.
Usually it does. That's very true. Also, returning to NXT as well, surprise, surprise, the Viking Raiders.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, that's the one.
What do you...
There it is.
Viking Raiders did return. They beat up the African tag team. It's like Malik and I forgot the other guy's name. Malik Blade and Idris Anafe. They won. They are going up in a match at NXT's next big TV special called Spring Breakin'. Spring Breakin'.
Spring Breakin'.
Yeah, Spring Breakin'.
No. Where is it?
Oh no, it's a TV special. So it's like what AEW was doing for a while, where you just
Bash to the Beach.
yeah.
But they're doing that at the performance.
Yeah.
center, where-
It's not like a traveling thing. Yeah, it's not a special event. It's just
Dude, beach breaking just sounds like an episode of Full House.
Spring
all right?
spring
Like,
breaking. That's something.
sorry, spring breaking.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it
AEW
sounds like
had
an episode of Full
Episode of
House.
Saved by the Bell.
it
That
is.
works. Yeah, that too.
So
Or Seinfeld.
Viking Raiders.
It's a 90s sitcom TV show
It
title.
is. Viking Raiders are going up against Diamond Mine, which actually should be a pretty interesting match. But here, so we have Natty coming to help the women. Viking Raiders going to mess around with the tag teams down there, which is actually pretty prominent. And previously, we obviously had Dolph and his mate Bobby Roode come down for a little bit. But my future shot question of the night, great segue there, guys. Thank you. Is who is the next quote unquote main roster person to go to work on Tuesdays?
Great question.
Because there was some success with Dolph and Rude showing up. It was a bit of a shocker, especially Dolph Ziggler winning the NXT Championship.
I
For more
wouldn't
than-
be. Go ahead, Kay.
For more than one episode?
Yeah. Like they're coming down there for a few, like Dolph, like you have Dolph be the standard.
I think eventually you'll see Sheamus down there.
Sheamus is good. You know who else I would see down there? Especially because they're not all back yet, and they're going to need to give them something to do. Is the New Day? I'm talking Kofi and Xavier Woods.
Yeah. I can see Nikki Cross going back.
Oh yeah, Nikki.
I forgot she was on the roster.
I did too for a little bit. I can see Nikki. I was gonna say Liv Morgan.
No.
They're too high on
think
Liv.
I think they are high on Liv. They're just not ready to pull the trigger yet, but they're high on her.
Yeah. I don't know why, to be honest with you. I like Liv, but I'm not high on Liv.
I don't.
Oh,
I know. We talk about this all. Whenever Liv comes up, we always make sure to say that we don't like Liv Morgan. But I'll say it too. Yeah, I still don't like Liv Morgan, but someone back there does.
I can see Alexa Bliss going down.
When she comes back,
Yeah.
I think she's done with wrestling.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't. She's got married.
Yeah,
Like she's rich as fuck.
she's married to Ryan
I-
Cabrera.
Yeah, most of her friends got released. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Alexa Bliss is just done.
She never comes back.
At least not for a while. Like she takes an extend. Like I think for right now, she doesn't want to wrestle anymore.
Oh, she's
I
gone.
don't
She's
know
been
that.
gone for a minute. So
I know she's been gone, but I think she just doesn't want to wrestle for the time being. I think she should come back eventually, but not for like a long time.
I also think she's having back and forth with creative because I think she wants to come back, but she wants to come back with the right thing in place for her.
Yeah, maybe that could be it too.
You know, they're like, we loved you as like the fan. She's like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's like, let me be snobby me, like got me over in NXT. I remember when she first turned into like the snobby bitch. I was like, wow. I was like, who is that?
Dude, when I'm telling you, when she won that SmackDown title from Becky Lynch in that tables match,
Yes, I remember that.
like that's when I was just like, oh shit, Alexa Bliss, like I see you, last pick of the draft.
That's
Like-
what told me on her too, actually.
What's up?
Like she's
That's what told me on her too.
Yeah.
the goddess. And she just it was crazy because like in NXT she was kind of like, she was there.
It's
But
when she went to
WWE
Blake and Murphy, and then she started
Yeah.
developing the goddess persona.
Yeah, she kind of got her shit from the goddess, but I was just like, I only thought of her as like a valet.
True.
Yeah.
So like I never thought of her as a competitor and a wrestler and someone who's like actually talented on the mic. I just thought of her as like an extra.
Yeah.
And she wrestled a little bit, but then main roster she is those bright lights were on and she just clicked into a new person immediately.
Yeah.
Like first ballot Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Well, yeah, she's the first first person to win both Raw and SmackDown championships.
Like she was this close to being a horsewoman.
No, she was not.
I mean, like she in terms of
Not with the heat
like,
she had with
when
Sasha.
she was. And I'm just saying, like in terms of like when she was there, like she could have been.
No, she was a different class. She was right under them. And with the gimmick she had when the Horsewomen were being formed, with the sparkle splash and all of that shit,
Yeah, but she was. I'm saying she was like the next generation right after that.
she was.
She was the generation
Like,
right after that.
She was this close.
That close.
Fretz, what are you talking about? Fretz is saying, what if Edge takes Judgment Day to NXT and recruits Gacy and Harlan? I'd actually be all for that, but Gacy's too good of a person on the mic.
Yeah, where's my boy? Guy doesn't talk. The creepy one.
Harlan.
Dexter Loomis.
Oh, he's still with Indy. They're still doing weird shit. There you go.
What else we got?
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, but yeah. Oh, are we moving on? Sorry, I totally blanked.
Yeah.
Sorry, I moved on. I lost.
I was gonna say, come on, Ricky.
I lost your sound for a second. Sorry, but we're moving on.
No, it's
yeah,
okay.
It happens. Live events, folks. But yes, staking on the NXT thing is actually out of nowhere breaking news. The NXT is doing their first ever women's breakout tournament. So the breakout tournament that the men did for the last couple of years that actually brought great mid card stars, they are doing for the women, and low-key, the NXT has been charging up their women's division yet again, and there's a lot of talent that we don't know of, and characters. Obviously, Lash Legend, Nikita Lyons has been blowing up social media because she's just thicker than a Snicker and does splits on people's faces. That'll get you noticed. But there's a lot of talent that they started debuting with little promo packages. But the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament is beginning in, I think, 2 weeks. So look out, because if they do it as well as they've done the men's tournaments, this could mean great success for them. And to be honest with you, I think NXT is slowly getting back to where they were, because now they have the characters. Now we're starting to develop a lot of these characters, and the characters are getting more comfortable on TV. It's entertaining times in NXT.
Is this with current women on the roster, or is it like the for a position on the roster? Like, are there gonna be indie people from the indies coming in, like no-name people?
No, it's going to be people that they've signed. So it's not. It's not like the Mae Young Classic.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's within the current.
Yeah, it's like when Cameron Grimes won, but actually kind of lost because.
Right. It's their trainees.
Yeah, like it's like they're rising talent, like people.
Right.
Yeah.
People in legit development.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm very excited to see who shows up. Like I said, the video packages are very interesting. Because what I've noticed from a lot of the women that they've signed, they all have a great look. Now it's a matter of if they can wrestle. Because WWE always wanted like the gorgeous looking female, but like they always want the gorgeous female that could wrestle. Mm-hmm. And so hopefully they found their perfect mixture of both.
Look at that titty, though.
It was really funny. I was watching one of their promo videos, and I was like, one of the things that came in my head too. She's like, I'm a business lady. I was like, yeah, but your shirt's off. But like, all right, good.
Look at that titty.
I think of that soundbite like on a regular basis. And like I've said it in real life, and people are like, "What?" I'm like,
nothing.
No one, nothing.
Look at that titty, though. Just
Look at that
out of
titty.
nowhere.
Look at that
Look at
titty,
that
though.
Like, all the time.
It sounds like Craig from South Park.
It does look like Craig from South Park. Speaking of tournaments,
Guys, had me do that Peruvian pipe flute band.
so Double or Nothing is going to be the culmination of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament by AEW, where
There's two of them. There's a men's and a women's.
men's and a women's tournament. This bracket looks huge for no fucking reason. All I gotta know is this leading to anything? Is this a tournament for the sake of having a tournament? Does anybody get number one? Like, what is the purpose of all? I mean, yes, it's the Owen Hart, Owen. Yeah, I get
Okay,
it.
you know what drives me crazy about wrestling tournaments?
Yeah.
Qualifying matches.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, so no, this is the first round. Just call it the first round. Why are we having qualifying matches?
I get it.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely
But
ridiculous.
here's my thing. What does this lead to? Like, what is the end goal for this?
I have no idea.
Are they trying to get Bret Hart?
PR.
Are they trying to get Bret Hart out of retirement to like do something?
It's gonna be. It's just the good PR and championship.
Like, do the winners
That's it.
get something? Like,
I don't know. They get TV time. Hope
I
that.
guess I don't know. It's like I'm all for tournaments. I love wrestling tournaments. I think they're great, and I think if they're done well, like the CWC from years ago, they can be fucking fantastic. But the CWC led to something. The Mae Young Classic led to something. Even the Breakout tournament for NXT led to something where it was a contract for like a title shot. You know, this tournament has to lead to something. That's also why I really don't like the King of the Ring, because it doesn't give you anything.
Yeah, it gives you a gimmick that's dropped after 2 months.
Yeah.
That's your King Corbin. It lasts way too long.
Yeah, they already dropped Xavier Woods' gimmick. Although Zelina's keeping her queen thing, which is I like Zelina as Queen Zelina because I think she's just really fucking funny. But that's my concern. Like, what is this going to do from a town that's involved in this? That is my big question. Especially if it's going to end at Double or Nothing. Well, does that give him a row? I mean, do you get to wear? Do you get to lease the Heart Dungeon for like a month?
You get a one-on-one podcast with Tyson Kidd.
Are you allowed a perfect rating by Bret Hart? Like Bret Hart has to give.
I was gonna say, so here's what happens. Bret Hart once he comes out. That's the main event. Bret Hart comes out and goes, "Hey, boy, it ain't no luck." 9 in the ring. And he looks like me, Bret Hart, 7 promo. What's that add up to? Up less than me.
Like that. Like I want Bret Hart on to do that for every match in this tournament.
Dude, I just want Bret Hart to be on commentary at the end of the match. He doesn't say anything the whole time. At the end of the match, he just goes, 26. This leaves. Gets up and leaves. Then Goldberg kicks him in the head.
Oh my god, his hatred for Goldberg knows no bounds.
I mean, it's I get it. It's valid.
Did you hear him on the Austin on Broken Skull Sessions?
Oh yeah, buried the fuck out of him. Dude, Bret Hart is this close to saying, honestly, why they just don't cancel him. Bret Hart definitely hates Goldberg way more than he ever hated Shawn Michaels.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know what? I get it.
Yeah.
the guy ended your career. Like, I know it's wrestling and shit happens, but
yeah.
I get it. Dude, that's on Gold. Brett's on Gold.
Yeah,
dude.
K Murphy, what is the ultimate ending to the Owen Hart tournament for the men's own? Like, what do they receive? What do they get? Besides use of a sharpshooter that Mr. Fret's already put in the chat.
I actually don't know anything.
That's an issue.
Yeah, and AEW's the only show I watch regularly. I have no idea.
I don't watch AEW regularly, but like, have they even really started promoting this?
Yeah, they've said they've had qualifying matches.
Mm-hmm.
They've had round 1's already started. I guess maybe not. Okay, AEW. I take it back. AEW is doing qualifying matches well because the brackets aren't even made yet.
Yeah, so that works. If the brackets remain and you're doing qualifiers, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I think WWE is like qualifiers with brackets. AEW hasn't made the brackets yet, so that's different. That's fine with me.
Like,
qualifying matches make sense. I take it all back.
They've been doing it. Like Dax Harwood is the latest one.
Yeah, like Samoa Joe's in, and then the basketball player debuted, which was
basketball player
Adam Cole.
So some Indian basketball.
Oh, dude. I heard about they botched the ending of Dynamite.
It was such a nightmare. Like it was just like wow. I
heard about this. They botched the end of Dynamite.
Wow, it's like WWE would do this. That's how bad it was.
AEW's
like remember when Great Khali helped Randy Orton win and held up the title upside down? Or like trying to hold the title over Randy or Jinder.
Yeah, he helped Jinder win in the Punjabi.
Jinder win. Like it was that bad.
I remember that because we watched that together at your place. I remember it being so bad we just started laughing so hard. It was so bad it was brilliant.
We called it on the pre-show.
It was so bad it was brilliant. It was so bad it was entertaining.
Like, they had this like just I guess I played for the Hawks or something. this giant Indian basketball players come out and like try and wrestle and like beat up with Jay Lethal. And it was just like,
okay.
it was really, really bad. But yeah, Kyle O'Reilly also advanced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
Kyle
Pete
O'Reilly,
Buffalo.
Adam Cole
Baby.
the other day.
And they're calling their
And
new
Dax.
faction the Undisputed Elite. How original.
Yeah, well, that's what the internet wanted, so of course. What do you mean? Duh. Had you know what company you watch? Tony Khan goes on Twitter to write his storylines,
Basically.
and he's still not using Malachi Black.
It's true.
He's just muting all the people that reference Malachi.
I mean,
For real.
honestly, what intrigues me with AEW the most is just how much of a social experiment is this. It's like, all right, if we just give the fans exactly what they want, like word for word, we're going to tell them it's happening without telling them, and they're going to like it even more, how much money can we actually make?
That is a very interesting way of looking at it.
Like
It's true,
that
though.
is how I view AEW.
Mhm.
Like I don't view AEW as pandering to the fans, a good or a bad thing. I view it as their business model.
Ha. Gotcha.
And I'm very curious to see if it works.
It's
I
true,
hope-
though.
I hope it does. I really hope it does. And so far, I
You
don't know because it's working in terms of good content, but is it making money?
No.
Trust me, AEW could not have pandered to me more with how CM Punk came back. Like,
Yeah.
it was personal pandering at that point.
Personal pandering.
On my birthday. I'll never get over as long as I live.
Yeah, I know. The one time you were right about this. You're like, CM Punk's coming back. Good birthday. I was like, oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe,
okay.
we'll
All right.
It is my greatest victory apart from predicting Jinder Mahal's title run.
Ah, Vajinda Ron. What a time to be a wrestling fan.
Remember we almost got Jinder Brock, and then AJ came and saved the day. God.
I was looking forward to it. I was gonna be so pro Jinder too. I was like, yeah, if he beats Brock.
He beats Brock. Could you imagine if he got that?
Oh my god,
fucking-
Malachi Black is on television. You summoned him.
Well, and apparently also Big Cass is going up against Wardlow next week, according to Mr. Fretz.
What?
Wow.
You know what's funny? I went to go grab a snack and then I came back and all my TV was on commercial, but it said, and you can't teach that on the caption. And I was like, what? And I'm like, I'm imagining.
Is he
things.
allowed to use and you can't see that? I'm sure WWE has a license
know,
on that somehow.
So the House of Black has Fuego del Sol. And who's in the fucking middle of the ring right now? Sorry, continue talking while I figure this
I mean,
out.
that's pretty much all we have for this week in wrestling, to be honest with you. A lot of just random shit out of nowhere happening. Like the
And there's a dude with a hood in the middle of the ring.
IIconic's retiring, tournaments galore, Randy turning 20, a lot of random shit's going on in wrestling. But I all kind of like it. So is there anything else that we failed to cover? Probably not, right?
Penta.
What is going on? Whatever. Save it for the post show, okay?
Well, I need to go before the post show because I have to go to bed.
You got to nest a little bit.
I have work at 4.
Mm-hmm. But
That's fair.
you also have company.
Yeah, they're coming over to sleep.
Well, that was implied.
Yes, of course.
Jenny, Pack. Pack is here.
That's what they're calling it these
Yes,
days.
it's sleep. It's definitely sleep. A
No.
whole lot of sleep. Hope you guys get the best sleep you guys have ever had.
Dude, fucking god damn it, Jazz drooled on me last week.
Oh man,
Yo, Jazz, that's your punishment. I say it publicly, right? That's what you get for drooling on me. Like snoring's one thing, but this motherfucker drooled on me.
oh man, yeah. On that note, let's cue the outro music then.
Yeah, god damn it. I'm all
Just
bad.
expose your girlfriend like that. Don't worry, Jazz. I think you're a wonderful person that I've never met. So.
Oh, she don't listen to this. We're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to episode 290 of the Kings of the Rings podcast, out of Nowhere. The band Out of Nowhere is back together, and I'm glad that we're all back to do a show, but we do have to get out of here really quickly because Kay has someone coming over so they can sleep, as what they're calling it. I am your host, King Ricky Rose. You can call me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets, BIGC, Ambassador Biggs, Kings of the Rings podcast, at KOTR _podcast on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews. The links to all of our stuff is in the description below. Follow us and listen to us wherever you listen to all of your podcasts by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio, and follow Wrestle Addict Radio at addict_wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio on Facebook and Instagram. Again, the links to all of that, including the links to all of our great music from Midnight Music, is in the description below. Next week, we're going to be talking about the results of NXT Spring Break, and of course, leading into WWE WrestleMania Backlash. Yay, everybody. Will Tarashok.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry, it's out of nowhere. It was so out of nowhere. K. Murphy. I was out of nowhere, man. I don't tell you. The button press itself, RKO, out of nowhere. Because I'm Will Tarashuk, Keys and Thomas, ARASHUK, with a WILL in front. If you want to see more shenanigans with all my bullshit, I got a brand new show coming out called Unknown Unnamed Nonsense, where I just have a giant list of questions. My man behind the camera, Christian, asks those questions. And then we just let chaos ensue. And oh yeah, I'm in a great studio. We're gonna be live starting sometime in May.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't fucking wait. You guys should. I'm gonna read some of the questions for you in the post.
Nice.
K. Murphy.
Well, I can't wait to disappoint you guys when I'm passed out in literally 10 minutes because
Well, that's only if you didn't stretch.
I'm literally going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Me too.
Yeah.
genuinely.
Okay.
I'm going to. My life is not that exciting. So you can find me being boring across all social media platforms at the K Murphy, THEKAE Murphy. And yeah, I'm going to bed now.
Kay's going.
Cue that
Yeah,
music.
they're queuing shit. Kay's gonna go to bed, is what they're telling us, even though it's gonna be totally a lie when we go off air. Will and I are gonna be totally insinuating that Kay is definitely going to bed. And by the time next week on our pre-show, maybe even our post-show, we're gonna talk about the great time that Kay had going to bed when their significant other comes over. So until next week, and until Kay goes back to bed and wears protection, goodbye, good night. We will see you soon. And somebody that wishes they were probably, never mind, I'm not going to say it, but fuck you, Slack. Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was great.
All right, Kay, go to bed.
Yeah, go
Love
to
you
bed,
all.
Kay. Boo.
Later, Kay.
Good night. Love you. Have a great post show.
We shall.
Bye.
We're going to be talking about you, anyways, obviously.
Of course, it's our favorite thing to
Exactly.
talk about, other than the Yankees. Well, who are winning, by the way.
What's the score?
4-2.
Against Baltimore?
Yeah,
Do you like what I have on here, Mango on a Mission?
that was really funny. I did see that.
Oh, yeah. All right, so what are these random questions that you have pulled out?
Okay, so if you
I'm
have
interested-
some, I can add. If you have some, I can add you. I can add you to the doc, and you can just put some in there.
I don't know if I have anything.
Dude, it's just literally anything. Like, what are your thoughts on BuzzFeed lists? Like, that's a question.
What are your thoughts on BuzzFeed lists?
Yeah, like, what do you think about BuzzFeed lists?
Interesting.
Or like, how does the sense of smell work?
I feel like I have an answer to that.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the point. That's
Yeah.
the point. You have no idea. You guess, and then Christian just looks it up when we find out.
Oh, okay.
So like we can share the screen, and you can see what he's googling. So like, we recorded one on Monday. We were talking about Goose Gossage and his mustache. So I was like, pull it up on Google Images. So
I
put
think
up, like,
Goose
6
Goss
images
is on
of
my
Goose
MLB.
Gossage.
I think Goose Goss is on my MLB team.
Dude, that's how I was quick enough to think about it. He was on my team too. What is the proper response when someone knocks on your bathroom stall door?
That's a good one.
Like when someone, like if you're in the bathroom, someone knocks. What's the proper response? I'm shitting.
Yeah, like is it busy or so? I usually say like someone's in here. Or...
Yeah, I'm like, 1 minute.
Yeah, I'd like to
I'm
do
like,
1 minute because
what's the proper response? What are you supposed to say? No,
I don't-
what's the proper response?
I don't know because like I don't like to say 1 minute because like then it gives you a time break and now I feel like I have to rush.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fretz, that's not the response. Fretz, put the responses you fart. No, Mr.
Or like,
Fretz.
What's the proper way to clap?
I mean, are you going for volume or are you going for like, yeah?
Yeah, that's all the question says. What is the proper way to clap? So it's like it depends. That's up to you.
Yeah.
It's a very shut up, Alexa. It's a very personal question. Alexa started answering about the clap.
Yeah, right. We got the clap. We got the clap.
It's definitely like this.
You cup your hands a little bit, right? Yeah.
Cup your hands.
Yeah.
No, not like this. If you go like this,
I know.
or like this, it's like what are you doing?
Oh my God, the clap. You saw Get Him to the Greek, right?
Yeah.
The clap. We got the clap. We got the clap.
Dude, did I ever tell you my story about that movie where I'll never watch it again?
Why?
So I bought it from Target, the Blu-ray.
I was gonna say that movie. I think I
get-
have it on. I think I have it when I think I got it
Like-
when I used to pirate movies.
Brand new in the pack. This was freshman year of college. Brand new in the wrapping. Like haven't seen it in forever. I only saw bits and pieces of it. I open it and it's fucking empty. There's no disc. There's no disc. All right. So fuck Russell Brand. That's why, honestly, that's why I hated Russell Brand for years.
Really?
Because I bought one of his movies, the disc. Honestly, not the movie's fault. Not Target. Actually, not even the movie's fault. Not Russell Brand's fault, but they get the fucking blame. Right? It's Target's fault.
I might actually have that video file somewhere on my computer.
I'm never watching that movie again.
That
ever.
movie's
I see a
fantastic.
scene, I turn it off. I bet it is. I bet it is. I couldn't tell you. Because I'll never watch it.
You should watch it again because Diddy is absolutely hysterical in that movie.
I bet he is.
Diddy just plays a juiced up version of himself, and it's fantastic.
And then my favorite question: did OJ do it?
Oh, I can answer that. Yeah, he definitely did it.
Yeah, of course he did. Like, it's like what purpose do geese serve? It's literally random, obscure, and crazy and as stupid as the questions can get.
Yeah.
That's the show.
OJ. I watched the 5-part documentary on OJ. He did it.
Oh, we definitely did it.
Yeah. Do you ever watch that OJ Made in America documentary?
No, it's on my to-do list.
You need to. You need to. That and I just restarted watching The Last Dance for like the second time in a row.
Oh, Jordan's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. So good. You didn't see The Last Dance either, did you?
No. No, I'm behind on everything.
Yeah.
I work too much.
Yeah, no, but Last Dance doc is fucking fantastic. That's something I'd be like, sit down and actually like watch it because you see the inner workings of like.
I know Jeter's comes pretty soon. The captain.
Oh, that's an ESPN one, right?
Yeah, that's coming pretty soon.
Yeah. All but 30 for 30s are on Hulu, I saw.
Yeah, I mean, I have ESPN. I have ESPN Plus too, so it's all on there as well.
Yeah, it was like The Last Dance on ESPN Plus, and Last Dance is also on Netflix.
Dude, I always forget it is on Netflix. I always forget I have ESPN Plus. Like, it's the thing I watch the most, which is a shame because I stopped watching UFC because I just don't have fucking time to watch anything else.
Well, Sam, you know my friend Sam.
Yeah.
He works.
Sam.
Yeah, he works for freaking He works for the Mouse, so he has access. So his subscription to ESPN Plus includes UFC. So I get all the UFC pay-per-views for free whenever I want.
Oh, goddamn.
I don't use it often because
Yeah,
I don't watch
yes,
UFC often, but like I have access to it if I need it.
I would watch every single pay-per-view, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch all the events, but I definitely watch the pay-per-views.
Yeah. Speaking of which, did you see the Tyson Fury's Wembley Stadium entrance for the boxing match?
No, I didn't.
They packed out Wembley Stadium, and they made it look like, I was like, wow, boxing looks fun again.
Until he retires.
Yeah, there's no one else that's going to take the mantle from him.
Dude, here's the sad thing is the future of boxing is just celebrity boxing.
Yeah, Tyson Fury's probably Tyson Fury's the last great champion.
Don't get me wrong. Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul and Jake Paul are like legit athletes and legit boxers, but at this point, they're celebrity boxers.
Yeah, Floyd's just doing this for money, really. But
that's what I mean. Yeah, like Floyd isn't like seriously fighting anymore. He's not.
No.
He's not gonna go for a title ever again.
I mean, hell, he made his money when he went up against fucking McGregor.
Yeah. That's not a knock against Floyd. I'm just saying that's not like a discredit to Floyd. I love Floyd Mayweather. He's the greatest boxer of all time.
Smart
probably.
businessman.
Yeah, but like
I would say he's the smartest boxer of all time.
He's the best at not getting hit.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, he's the best at not getting hits.
Which is half the boxing. So.
Yeah. But you know, you got to look up Tyson Fury's entrance. It was ridiculous.
Dude, I'm a big fan of Tyson Fury. Fuck Deontay Wilder.
I mean, when they
such a crybaby.
Well, Deontay Wilder can't box. He's just a guy who's really strong that got lucky.
Yeah.
That gets a few lucky punches in. He's like an unskilled Tyson. Speaking of which, you see Tyson hold back on that guy on the plane.
Yeah, what the fuck was that guy thinking? Oh, that's a loogie. Oh, gross. What the fuck? Like, what did you think was gonna happen? What did you honestly? You gonna provoke Mike Tyson? What the fuck? I don't care how old he is.
Yeah, no,
don't poke a bear.
I would never. I would never. If Mike, like somebody said, if Mike Tyson tell me that I need to calm down, like he goes, I'm going to see if I can change seats with somebody just in case he changes his mind.
Not even that. Did you see that? Like another video came up of him a week before. I mean, he was like at some kind of conference, like behind a table, with like a panel or something.
Yeah.
This guy got in his face, yelling at him, like giving him the middle finger.
And he hugged him, right?
Tyson just sitting there, and he fucking hugged him.
Yeah.
So you pissed off Mike Tyson more than that guy.
Seriously.
Like, think about it. You deserve to get punched in the fucking face.
And like the guy's still living, so he held back.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah.
But God, he still got it. He still got it. He still fucking got it.
Yeah, no, he is still a very scary man.
Dude, have you ever heard him on Rogan?
No, I remember. Remember before the pandemic, when they were originally going to have the event in Tampa, WrestleCon had Mike Tyson. Mm-hmm. It was like Mike Tyson and Pete Rose. So I remember telling him, like, "Do you want a Pete Rose autograph?"
I did. I really did. I didn't get it.
Yeah, he was there. He was there this year. I didn't go to WrestleCon this year though.
Fucking Mike Tyson, dude.
I would have liked to me. I just wanted a picture of Mike. If I can get that close to Mike Tyson and have him not hit me. You know, and get a picture with him. That's a win. It's a win in life for me.
Would you take one hit from Mike Tyson?
Where am I taking this hit?
In the head, in the face.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Like a boxing. Yeah,
I'll take one.
It could be a jab.
Yeah. I'll take a jab. Yeah. I'm taking a jab. I'll take a jab.
Yeah.
Like a no hold, like an actual real jab from him. I'll take one.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
He's wearing a glove. He's wearing a glove and everything.
Yeah, I'll take one. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think I could do it. Like, I would be. I don't care how much money. I'd be too scared. I'll say it. I'm a fucking man. I would be too scared to take it from Mike Tyson. If you think you can do it, good luck. Good fucking luck.
That's like what is it? I had my friend who went to hospital with me, Phil. He had a friend who knew Mariano, who went to college with one of Mariano Rivera's children. Because one of Mariano Rivera's children went to school at like Quinnipiac or some shit. So he was like, dude, she's like, if I were them, I would have came up there and had him play catch and had bring a bat out. And when Mariano throws me the ball, I swing and it's like I hit a ball off of Mariano Rivera.
Hell yeah, dude. I foul tipped off of Mo. What the fuck have you done? Oh, you want an Oscar? I hit a foul tip off Mariano Rivera.
Oh my god, yeah. No, I'd take a jab. I'd take a jab from.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, I'd take a. Yeah, I'd take a jab. It's like, all right. So if he was still alive, would you take? Would you? So would you take Yokozuna sitting on you, like doing a bonsai drop on you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do that.
Rikishi stink face.
Yeah, I would do it. I'm not above being embarrassed.
I'm only saying that because I was playing 2K before the show, and like the bonsai packets came out, so now there's like Omos, Rikishi, Umaga, Yokozuna.
Did you pay for it?
Well, no, I bought the NWO like deluxe edition.
Oh, so you have the season pass already.
Yeah, I have
right?
season pass.
Oh, so you're good. Yeah.
It's
shit.
really weird. So it's like, so tell me what stands out. You have Omos, Umaga, Yokozuna, Rikishi, and Casey Catanzaro. They're calling it the bonsai pack.
That's really funny. You know, just a troll.
Which is funny because she doesn't even go by Casey Catanzaro anymore. She just changed her name to Katana something. And Kaylee Ray changed her name too.
Of course they did. Changing it before they even get to the main roster, so Vince can get there and change it back. Speaking of, where's Chauncey Blackheart been?
I don't know. She's on social media all the fucking time. So I don't know. I don't know if she's injured. I know she had lost her father. And that was a little bit before Mania. So like I don't know. I would be upset if she's part of those cuts that we know are coming around post Mania season.
She might be, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised as her lack of usage.
They got nothing for her. What can she do?
And she can't use the tank.
That hurts.
Yeah. I don't think she'll use the tank.
Yeah, I don't think she's right for. I don't think her character's right for W. I should say, excuse me.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think her character's right for WWE.
I don't think they're. Which is funny because she has a lot of charisma. Like she showed it all in NXT. Like she has everything there, but she's also on SmackDown, and as you know, SmackDown has a lot of holes if Roman's not involved.
I don't think WWE. Honestly, I just don't think WWE likes the look.
Which is ridiculous. She's got a great look. You know, but who knows?
It's a unique look. It's a unique look.
And I think
it's different.
Yeah,
different's good.
And it's something that made her stand out, which I thought was a good thing, and brings variety to it all.
But I think what WWE wants to do with the company, I don't think Chauncey fits that image.
Mold, yeah.
The mold and the image.
Yeah, I could unfortunately.
You think WWE is going to sell? Ever?
Vince will never sell. I'll say Nick Khan, on the other hand, loves to sell, and that's what he's fucking good at. He's good at beefing up companies to sell them.
And that's what he's doing. Like I don't know if W wants to sell.
Yeah.
But WWE is 1,000% for sale. You know what I mean? Like they are presenting their company as, oh no, we are going to sell this.
You know.
But will they actually do it? It could be a bluff. I don't know.
It could be a bluff just for them to get more money, because like,
dude, it's honestly they're working. It's a work.
Yeah.
I could totally see the McMahon family selling, like working everybody for saying they want to fucking sell.
Yeah. But who's got the clout enough to buy them at this point?
NBC.
Very true. Very, very true. I did not, speaking of NBC, I was on Peacock, but I did not watch. You know they brought back Table for Three?
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can eat in restaurants now.
And it's got, I think it's Kurt, Chad, and Otis, I think.
Kurt?
Angle?
Angle?
Yeah.
Chad and Otis?
Yeah, I think that's who or it's Kurt,
okay.
Kurt, Chad, and Sean. I don't know. It's someone with Angle.
It should have been Angle, Gable, and Jason Jordan.
Oh.
The Olympians and his kid.
I feel so bad for Jason Jordan because I feel like he would have fit in very well in the way WWE is doing things now.
The Kinnear Falefa is all even playing well.
It is Kurt, Chad, and Otis.
Kurt, Chad, and Otis?
Yep.
Dude, I just finished watching Evil, and Roman's was really good.
I loved Randy's.
Randy's was fine.
I like because you got to see Randy actually he morphed into character.
Yeah,
in the
that was
beginning.
really cool. The opening was really cool.
Yeah.
Sasha they tried to portray as a babyface, which was very weird.
I'm a Sasha stan. I had no idea she was born and raised in Iowa City. I was like, oh, that explains
Yeah,
it.
I had no idea either. We recently added.
And
there it is. Table for 3. Yeah. Okay.
Kurt, Chad, and Otis.
I'm glad Table for 3 is back. I like Table for 3.
Table for 3, because you can't go wrong.
It's a quick 18 minutes. Don't tell me to disable my ad blocker. Fuck you. I pay for it without ads. My ad blocker on is fine.
Yeah. What else do we have here? What is going on?
Dude, they got to bring back WrestleMania Rewind.
I feel like they because they have to add the more recent WrestleManias to do Rewind, but we also have a new host because Mean Gene's not there anymore.
That's true. Well, they could use Corey Graves.
Yeah, it's true.
Or Pat McAfee.
Mm-hmm. Pat would be good. Pat would be really good. Fretz, what are you sending me? Wow. Did he really say that? I love MJF sometimes.
What?
Apparently MJF said on Dynamite, do you know what the women of Philadelphia use for birth control? Their personality.
It's pretty good.
Oh, man. I did not watch. How was I've seen all the Evils. For some reason, I didn't watch the Flair one yet.
Flair's was really good.
And I know the Roman one, I was like, oh, we're setting up Rock Roman. Like, they're trying so hard to set up Rock Roman.
Yeah. Yeah, Roman's was really good. Roman's was honest for the most part.
Roman was like, yeah, that's not a character I just see right now. Like, that is me. He's pretty much like, yeah, I am an asshole.
It was like, I don't remember booing him in New York, though, at that Mania.
No, I feel like we were kind of, because it was right after he had come back from leukemia treatment.
Yeah, like,
I
didn't think that crowd booed him. Not from what I remember. I was surprised to see it in the documentary. I was like, they booed me. I was like, we did?
You know, it was more because we were very like, it was a little bit too far past him coming back from leukemia, and he didn't really set up anything else. His match was kind of dead.
Yeah.
You know, and I think his match was after the Kofi high, and it took us a while to get back up. Took us a long while. But I mean, Roman's still chasing that white rabbit of a perfect WrestleMania main event, and he doesn't have it yet.
Yeah. No, the closest we came was last year.
Closest he came was 31 when Seth cashed in on him.
And that Triple Threat, it was a better match.
It was a better match, but
And he pinned both of them.
oh yeah, he did. Yeah, you know, and
Smash him.
yeah, stack him, smash,
Hit him.
You know, it was. I mean, he got close last year, but it wasn't in front of a major crowd.
That's fair.
They had a good crowd, you know, but Roman has this tendency of just injuring himself at the wrong times. I'm like, Roman, stop doing this. Stop hurting yourself. Just a torn tricep. All right, so how much sleep do you think Kay's getting right now?
I don't want to think about it. No comment.
Fair enough. Fair. Do I have to go back to Philly next week?
Or another wedding?
No, bachelor party.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, right? So I gotta read to you my itinerary. The itinerary is actually not bad. If I can fucking find it. Where is it? Come back to my primary. U.S. Department of Ed. What do you guys want? Okay, so here we go. So we're singing an Airbnb because everyone will get a bed and two lucky guys get to split a bunk bed. Pillows, sheets, and towels are all provided for. There's also a roof deck. Parking is all in the street, but it is free if you're more comfortable with garage band. There look to be a couple half mile away. Friday, you arrive at the townhouse, claim a bed, enjoy some pre-dinner drinks. Not a BYOB affair, but I recommend bringing what you prefer to drink or picking up something locally, which means every male is going to bring a bunch of beer that we're going to have to try to finish in a week.
Yep. Everyone's bringing beer. Can't wait for my brother's bachelor party. It's going to be so much beer.
Yeah, and then plan on changing for dinner time. More details on that below. 7:30 to 8, we're going to go to dinner at Rex at the Royal. And we've already paid for this because apparently it's like, I guess, because we put money down in advance for the whole bachelor weekend. Back to the townhouse for drinks on the roof, which will be a low-key event. Wake up in the morning on Saturday for brunch, apparently, or go to a diner within walking distance. From 11 to 3 that Saturday is essentially free time, because we don't know what the fuck we have to do. We might go chase down some cheesesteaks, because we're going to be in Philly. But
You have to.
Yeah.
It's law.
But we got to be back by 3 because we're taking a shuttle bus to the Phillies game.
Who they playing?
The Mets.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was gonna say, it's the law. You gotta, when you're in Philadelphia, it's the law. You either have to buy a cheesesteak or punch a Met fan. One or the other.
Well, I might be able to do both.
You can do both.
Yeah. And he says we're sitting on the first tier along the third baseline.
That's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, and then after that, we're gonna have a shuttle either bring us back to where we're staying, or probably up to where some bars are, and just drink the rest of the Saturday away. And then we got to be up by 9:30 in the morning. We're gonna be up by 10 in the morning on Sunday, which should be fun.
My bachelor party is gonna be 4 days in New Orleans.
Oh my! Don't die.
Mm.
That's
the plan.
You gotta see if you can book the same place.
A long weekend.
Would you do it on? Would you have your hotel on Bourbon Street? Or would you want to be off Bourbon Street?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that. I have no idea. I had to think about it. It depends if I really want to die or not.
It's very true. Like, where are you gonna get breakfast on Bourbon Street? Like, remember Bourbon Street in like the middle of the day? It's kind of barren. Still a party, but kind of barren.
You can actually like walk around and do things.
Yeah, Frets, there's someone out there for you. You are gonna get married, sir. I have faith in you. Don't be such a Debbie Downer, Frets. Oh man. Yeah, because then, we gotta be up by 10 that Sunday. And then gotta drive all the way back, because then freaking WrestleMania Backlash is that Sunday as well. It's also Mother's Day.
Also Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I gotta remember that. The wedding's next week, and I gotta remember Sunday's Mother's Day. I'm totally gonna forget.
Yeah. And because it's Mother's Day, watch Ronda and Charlotte main event.
Yay.
Yay, Mother's Day. Ronda can win on Mother's Day.
And they both wear pink.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely what's going to happen. Ronda's going to win on Mother's Day. It's going to be a Mother's Day moment. Or the Usos can win on Mother's Day, and they can have The Rock's mom on hand.
And he Superman punches her. And spear.
Yeah, right. This is my yard now.
Oops, that was for Dwayne. No, it wasn't. It was for you, bitch.
Oh, man, that would be horrible. That'd be wild. Absolutely wild. But how long is Roman out for? Do we know?
they're keeping that really quiet.
Oh, it means well, I mean, it's also a tricep, so it's. Eesh, those are very hit and miss. Think about often you have to use your tricep for stuff.
Yeah. I mean, as long as they keep them on TV, fine. Because, like, yeah, remember when Shinsuke showed up?
Yeah.
Split second? And then it's like, well, guess they dropped that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can keep him on for as long as you can because he has the perfect gimmick for it because he's like his head of a table, blah, blah, blah. So he has his own private locker room.
Yeah.
No, but it also wouldn't hurt to have him out there on, like, in the ring, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he can cut promos.
Yeah. So, we'll see what happens. But on that note, let me freaking get out of here.
Yeah, me too.
So I can just let me know when everything's uploaded and all that fun stuff. Also, by the way, before we get through, I actually video recorded the show part of a show because I do want to experiment with putting the video on Spotify because you can do that now.
Okay.
Spotify has the opportunity to do a video podcast, so we'll see how that works out. I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay, that works fine with me.
All right, dude. By the way, folks, we are getting out of here. We'll see you next week where we talk more about sleep, obviously.
Oh, yeah. A lot of sleep.
Tons of sleep. We'll see you next week, folks.